Hey, what's up? What's going on? How y'all doing today? I'm back. I'm here. Where are you? Are you here? You're not here. Why aren't you here? Where are you, Christmas? Why can't I find you? Phil Collins? Yep, it's me, Phil Collins. Huh? What you mean? Christmas. How is everybody doing today? You want to hear what I drew here? Okay, yeah, let me hear it. Are you gonna play a noise? How am I gonna hear this? Um, it takes a lot for me to be weirded out, so I probably won't be weirded out at all. I'm very rarely weirded out by things. Where's my fucking webcam? A cowgirl getting ass grilled on a barbecue? That's pretty cool. Bro, why is my webcam not working though? Hello? Huh? Hold on, we got bigger issues ahead. We got bigger issues right now. What the fuck? What the fuck? Bro, what the helly? It was working last. Why is there two? What is that? Hello? I just replugged it and didn't work. Now I got bullshit. Ah! There's always some stupid shit happening. You notice that? Go away. Y'all notice that there's always some dumb shit happening to my stream? I can never have a normal stream where everything just goes normal. You know? It's always with the webcam too. The webcam is always That's not true? Mm, how would you know that? You hear? You hear every stream? Why is there double? Bye bye. It's gone forever now. I just deleted the whole thing. Oh, back. Why is it big? Oh, there's two now. What's this one? This is the original one. Okay, but I lost my fucking. Okay, if I delete this, it just appeared. But I lost my fucking border. Oh, oh, Annie. Annie, what you doing here, girl? I lost my border. Can I get my border back? God damn it. How do I get my border back? I deleted it. I thought that was gonna fix it, and now it's ugly. Oh well. Okay. Anywho, yeah. Welcome to stream. Welcome to stream. Time to start stream. Okay, time to start stream. What should I listen to today? That was fucking stupid. I need a peculiar. Juicy TikTok storytime compilation. Ooh, y'all just stealing people's TikToks, uploading them on YouTube as a compilation. That's actually smart. People are just giving away fucking stories on TikTok. Like, I've never seen so many people tell such personal stories in my life that I would never fucking tell people. Girls have told on TikTok. Insane
Okay, guys,
shit.
I thought I would tell you about this experience that I had last night. Okay, so I went out with my
Right.
girlfriends again,
Right.
and
Okay.
a couple weekends
This is the
ago,
thumbnail
I
for one of
had
my
gone
videos
out for
I'm
like the
doing.
first time legally, and
Okay.
there was this guy that was at the bar there who
Uh-huh.
I was just like, oh my god, guys, he's the love of my life. He's literally
Oh.
the love of my life. But when he asked
Nope.
for my number, I told him no because I was with my ex boyfriend at the time. Because one
Oh.
thing about me is I am a loyal bitch. So
To your ex?
I told him no, didn't give him my number, whatever. I thought
Weird.
I was never gonna see him again because he travels all the fucking time.
Okay.
And so I was like, I'm literally never gonna see that man again. And I remember last night I was just like, guys, like it'd be kind of crazy like if I saw him tonight. So we go to the bar,
Crazy.
whatever,
It
and
would be
I'm like talking
crazy.
to these guys or whatever, and I turn around and I see that guy. I was like,
No.
OMG, OMG, there he is, guys. And they're like,
What
Annie,
is
you need
the
to go talk to him. I was
story?
like, no, guys, I'm a pussy. I can't do it. I can't do
Oh.
it. Like, he would need to come up to me. And they were like,
Right, right,
Ava,
right,
what
right,
the
right.
fuck? They like pushed me into him, and then I'm like, oh, hey. And he's like, hey. And he recognized me, and he like looked over at his friend. He's like, this is the girl that I was telling you about. I was like, oh my god. He's just as crazy as me. Fuck yeah. So
I forget what number this is.
we get to talking. He buys me a drink. We go out. We're dancing together.
Right, right.
He's like
When does it get
grabbing
crazy?
my ass though, and I'm like,
Oh.
I've never let a guy do that, like outside of me being in a committed relationship. So this is new to me, and I'm just like trying to have fun, you know,
Okay,
like
slay.
time. But also, I'm kind of like, oh, this is a lot, you know.
13?
So he ends up leaving to go get shots. And he comes back, and we're like dancing together again. And my
Mm-hmm.
friend ends up leaving, like with this other guy to go over to the bar so that he can buy her drinks. And we end up losing her. And so it's like
Oh,
me and this guy, and then
400. No,
my
no, 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 no.
other friend. And then we end up like separating. So my friend like leaves me and this guy while we're trying to go look for my other friend. And
Okay,
me and
lots
this
of
guy, like, we're
friends.
standing in a fucking corner. He gets a phone call from his friend, and his friend is like trying to leave to go to a different bar.
Uh-huh.
And so me and him are just kind of talking or whatever.
Right.
And he's like, I really want to see you again. I'm like, I want to see you too. And he's like, well, why don't you come out to this bar that I'm going to? And earlier in the night, I had said that was my plan, that I honestly might go over there. But in the moment, I was just like, I don't know. Like, I might go or I might just go home. You
The
know, but you
story's
have my
boring
number,
as
so
shit, girl. Get
you
to the
can
point. Get to the
call
point.
me,
Come on,
text
come on,
me,
come on.
whatever. We could set something up. And he's
Right.
like, I just want to keep seeing you for the rest of the night. And I was like, I'm not going with you. Like, I'm not leaving my friends. And so
Right.
we're chatting it up, and it's just like flirty banter or whatever. There's definitely some sexual tension, and he like leans in to kiss me. Guys, I've never kissed a guy that I wasn't dating, except for this one
Okay.
time, but that doesn't count. That's another story time. That is a story time that I should give, actually, but whatever. So
This
I,
one's boring as
turn my
shit.
face around, and he like kisses my cheek. I was like, oh, no, 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 no. You have to earn this, because he was like asking me to give him one. I was
Alright, this is just fucking boring. First girl ill, what the fuck? Ron baby, okay, maybe it's gonna get good.
like, no.
I don't know. We
No,
need
I
to
don't
watch
keep
this on
giving
2x
kisses away for
speed
free. What
because
the
this
fuck?
story is
No.
lame.
So he's like, okay, I understand. Let me keep it classy. And he kisses my hand. I'm like, okay, period. You might as well get down on your feet. Like, not your feet. You might as well get down and kiss my feet. Like, that back. Anyway, so he
Jesus.
ends up leaving after that, and I find my friends, and we're sitting there. You know, I'm trying to sober up at this point because I was pretty drunk, and I don't want to be drunk for that long. I want to be sober. So I was kind of sitting there with one of my friends, and my other friend was talking to this guy. So me and her just sitting there, and like an hour goes by, and I'm like, yeah, I'm getting kind of bored here. You know, I think I want like a different environment. And so I was like, let's go over to this bar that I want to go to. And I didn't know if he was going to be there because he was saying that he was going to like where a bunch of these bars are at, but I didn't know if he was going to be at the one that I was going to. I didn't really care. He knew that I planned on going there, so if he wants to see me, he can come see me. I'm not going to go see him. I'm not chasing him. What the fuck do I look like? I'm not doing that. So
Okay.
we get out there.
Slay.
I'm like, hey, I'm on
I
my way to the
guess.
bar. That's the bar I was going to. And he was just like, okay, cool. Like, I'll see you over there. So we get over there, and he's in the VIP section, and he was like, I can only get you in. I can't get your friends in. And I was like, well, then I'm not going. Because one thing about me, I'm a loyal girl. I'm not going to leave my friends for this.
Yeah, you said that already, girl.
So
you said you were loyal.
he leaves VIP, and me and him are like dancing together. He starts like touching my butt again, but he's like grabbing it. Guys, I don't have an ass. That is one thing about me. I don't have one. I don't care. It's fine.
Okay.
I like my little butt. Okay. I have something else to offer. A good personality. Anyways, so he's like,
Okay.
he like grabbed my butt, and I like smacked his hand.
Slay.
Like,
Oh.
I was like, yeah, I don't feel comfortable with you doing that. Like, whatever. We're still like flirting, doing whatever, and like we're dancing. And
Right,
this girl,
right.
like, comes up to him, and she like is up in his face, and like I'm standing right there. I'm like, what the fuck? She like puts her
I
hand
look
like on his
blue.
chest, and she's like, I really missed you. I'm sitting here like, who the fuck is this? Like, am I? Like,
If I
in the middle of something
configured
right
a
now?
video,
Fuck.
I feel like
He
the whole
ends up-
thing's going
well,
down.
he
Never
ends the
mind.
conversation
I'll
the
just be
second day.
blue.
I
I'll
look
just
over
be
at him, and I was
blue.
like,
I
so
don't
who
care.
is that? And he's like, oh,
Who
she's
is
nothing great. Like,
that?
her thing like 3 years ago. And then he wanted to tell me that he has a restraining order out against her. I'm like, well, that's a fucking lie, because she clearly isn't taking that shit seriously. Like, maybe you do have a restraining order out against her, but since you've had one, maybe you've seen her afterwards, and she thought that it was okay to do that. Like, I'm not stupid. I'm not an idiot. I kind of just was like, that's weird. And then he was like, I have 3 separate restraining orders out against 3 different women. I'm like, that's really
Huh?
weird. Like,
No, that's a red
weird.
flag. That's red
But
flag. That's
I
red
don't know. That's
flag.
like a
You
red
don't need
flag,
that
like,
many
for me.
you don't need that many
And we keep
restraining
dancing or whatever, and I
orders.
break it to him because he's like,
What's going
well,
on?
come back over to his place afterwards, and I'm
Some
like, no, I'm gonna go to
sussy's
bed. He's like,
going
I don't
on.
wanna do anything sexual. Like, I just want to watch a movie. I'm like, that's how it all starts. That's how it all starts. But it's not
Yep.
gonna happen with me. So I was
Okay.
like, no, I'm just gonna go home. And he was just like, well, I really want to see you again. Like, I never go out. Like, I don't know when I'm gonna see. I'm like, it's not that hard for you to plan a dinner date. Like, you can see me during the day. It's not that fucking hard. And he's like, I guess so. It's like, the
True.
fuck? Like, I don't want to sit here and beg for you to see me. Like, that's pathetic. So whatever. We continue
This
dancing or
girl's
whatever,
face.
and then these guys like just keep bumping into me, and I'm just like getting really uncomfortable. And I was just like, let's go. So we're heading out or whatever, and we are still conversating. Like, he's conversating with my friends now. And as like I'm getting, he told my girlfriends, he was like, I want to have a private conversation with Ava. My girls were like, no, the fuck. I don't know. I really don't care. We had like a little one before, like we actually left. But prior to us leaving, he like
You
asked me to
just
my babe.
met
I don't give
this
my babe out to
man
strangers because I don't know what you have. So
day
he had asked him,
one?
and I was like, no. And he like looked at me weird, but it's like, I
And
don't know what you
he's
have.
doing
And
all
the ring going,
this?
"I'm gonna touch you. I'm not giving you my fucking babe. I don't know what you have. Like, I'm sorry, okay? You're 24. You can buy your own. What the fuck are you doing? So that like, kind of gave me the ick. And then when I told him no, he asked my friend to hit hers. That gave me the biggest ick of my life. I was like, oh no, no. But
Oh, ding
we're
dong.
gonna get dinner, guys.
My boyfriend saw my conversation with ChatGPT and it became a totally different
Wait, that
person
was
today.
the story?
So now we don't have to check if you're cheating on your
That was the story? That was the most boring ass story I've ever heard. Nothing happened. Oh my god. Okay. All right, dude. Let's watch something else cuz that was just so fucking boring. That was not even a story, bro. People probably ate that shit up too. And I say, I I think I had something in my watch later that I wanted to watch. I was gonna watch this Call Her Daddy podcast because I like this girl. I always like this girl, Taylor.
Uber Eats knows you crave Crunchwrap Supremes when the game goes into crunch
Call
time.
her
So get a free Crunchwrap
Daddy.
Supreme from Taco Bell on Uber Eats right now. Because crunch time.
Oh, I haven't had a crunch wrap in a minute. Okay, this is too fast. Let's just do.
Welcome to Call Her
There we
Daddy.
go.
Hello, thank you for having me. I am so excited to finally sit down with you. I feel like you've been someone that I've wanted to have on, and it's been a long
Yes.
time coming, so it feels right that you're here.
I
How are you
always
doing?
liked how
I'm
she
doing
did her
excellent. Are
eye
you in
makeup, her
LA
smoky
just
eye. She always had the clean fucking
for promo and everything?
grunge.
Promo and-
Like, it's kind of good here, but she always had the good smoky eye. I mean, let me look up photos of her. She always had that smoky eye, and you know me, bitch. I always love a smoky eye, and I can never do a good smoky eye because I can't do it. I don't know why. Like this picture right here. Oh my god. Oh, it's so good. She does it so. I mean, she obviously has a makeup artist that does it for her, but like, she was always so cute. I don't want to accidentally show like if she has some titty pics on here. That would be fucking crazy. Let me see if I can find some professional photos that she got done. Ooh. And she was always so fucking skinny too. She does music, right? I've never heard any of her fucking songs, which is kind of crazy. Like this layer of smoky, like it's hard to pull that off. And she pulls it off every time, bitch. Like I can't even. These are blurry as fuck. I want to do my makeup like that. Does she have a makeup tutorial? Yeah, who's her makeup artist? I'm getting distracted. See, I always get fucking distracted. Why is
Trying to keep it alive. It might not be for everyone, but this black smoky eye is classic and it's iconic.
it is classic and iconic?
Back.
Like,
So let's
look,
do it.
she has a
This is
crazy
look
bottom
where,
lash.
Without a doubt, we have
Who
to
is this
have
girl? I've
face,
never
but
seen
it's
her.
just gonna be a hot mess. The look is actually, if you zoom in on an eye photo of her, the eye look is actually a lot more precise and well thought out.
It is very
I'm
precise.
gonna have to go on with a black base because there is no way you can get that kind of pigment with just an eye.
It's
shadow on
so
its own.
black.
I'm using
Yeah.
the Mecca Max.
How old is
Zoom
this, from
Shadow
last
Stick,
year?
'cause I'm going to use this to draw a very defined, rounded shape. And we want to try and keep this line as clean as possible. It's not like a really smoky. We were really out.
I
here
wanna
talking
skip
about the
through.
Renaissance without talking about the one person single-handedly trying to keep it alive. It might not be for everyone, but this black smoky eye is.
I love
classic.
it. I've always loved it. I'm sorry. That's just me. But she does music, right? I've never heard any of her songs. I can't listen to any of her songs now because I'm on YouTube. Apologize for that. Apologize for what? What did I do?
And Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it's a busy week.
Okay, wait. I read somewhere that you are a night owl and you kind of.
I'm
go
gonna
bed
listen to
late.
her music.
Were you up late last night?
I tried to go to bed. Well, I actually flew in from Seattle yesterday.
Okay.
I feel like I haven't slept in at least 3 weeks.
Perfect.
So I'm kind of running on fumes. I'm hitting that point. So I tried to go to bed earlier.
Panda,
which was midnight. Which was
Okay, I'm
very
sorry.
early
I'm
for
so
me.
bad
Okay,
at
is this
makeup,
just,
and
like,
I
all
can't.
musicians, though, because every single musician
I
I've
can't do a
interviewed, one wants a late
fucking-
start, and two, it's like they
I
don't. They
can't
literally,
do
like,
an eye
start their
look.
nights at like 1 a.m.
I'm
think
sorry.
my
I'm
brain doesn't wake
not.
up until like 7.
Okay.
So
7
I-
p.m.
Oh,
7
like
p.m.
it
So,
for
like,
liking
anything
it.
before 7 o'clock.
Okay, I will
can
not
show up, I can
apologize
do
for that.
it,
I'll
but it's-
apologize for making it
my
look
brain
like
just isn't
shit,
at its highest
but I will not
functioning
apologize
quality
for
until, like,
liking
7.
it.
But do you think that's because you're playing shows shows and writing
because
music and
to
you're most
me
creative
it's
at night?
slay.
Definitely a part of it is the routine of used
Oh.
to being up late because of touring and things.
Right.
So you get on that schedule and then it's just hard to switch a schedule. But I've always found, even when I was younger and I didn't have that, if I try to go to bed early, I can't, even if I fall asleep, I'm more tired the next day than if I just stay up and then sleep less. It's a weird thing, but I definitely find my creative brain starts to work at night.
Okay, well, I'm happy
How
that you're
old
awake
is
and
she
you're here.
now?
This is
Yes.
fabulous.
Made it.
Okay, you are the lead singer of the Pretty Reckless
I am.
band.
The Pretty
Can we talk
Reckless
about
band.
that you have
I
a
never
Christmas
heard.
EP that just came out, and I
No,
feel
she
like
doesn't.
just from the vibes, I'm like, this
Okay,
is
I'm
a
gonna have to listen to
departure
that
from what
Christmas
your
album.
band is usually doing. Did you have to convince everyone to do this, and like, was it primarily your idea?
She's
It
32.
was
She's
my
only a year
idea.
older
Well,
than
Let me
me.
rephrase that. It was the fans' idea. So this is
Okay.
something that it's Taylor Momsen's Pretty Reckless Christmas, and I'm doing the song from The Grinch, Where Are You Christmas? And that was
I was
something
just
that when I
singing
first formed
that
Pretty Reckless
song.
when I was 14. Every year, people would put the connection together that I was singing The Grinch, and every year it
That's
got more and
actually
more
weird as
exponential and more
fuck.
and more
I don't
people,
know why
pick
I
up.
was
There's always
singing
kind of
that
a funny thing
song.
that you smile at and you go, that's cute. And
Bro,
every year they
what
would do
the
a rock
fuck?
version of Where Are You Christmas? And for I don't know, 15
Where
years, I
are
went, no way.
you,
Like, in 0 worlds is this something I would ever do. Fast forward to it's COVID. We've gone through a lot of loss. Like, it's a very hard time in the Pretty Reckless world and in my
Bro,
life.
what is
And
going
there's
on?
nothing to
I'm
do 'cause we're in
fucking
lockdown. And so
psychic.
the only thing to do is to rehearse with the band because we're all cool to be together. And so we just spent a lot of time in the rehearsal studio. The holidays were coming up. We're
I'm
starting to see these
fucking
comments again of do a rock
psychic,
version of Where Are
dude.
You Christmas.
Oh my gosh,
And
she actually did
we
it.
kind of I kind of turned to everyone and went, should we just try this? Like, should we just see
Does
what
she have the
happens here?
rights to
And so we
that?
put together an arrangement, which was actually kind of tricky because it's
I guess
not
she
really a
got the
full
rights
song.
to
It's
it.
a minute long. And so to make it a 3.5-minute song, whatever, we
Mm.
worked that out. We go into the rehearsal space and we jam through it once. And I kid you not, Alex, by the end of the song, these 4 depressed, miserable people had giant grins on our faces. And we all kind of looked at each other and went, was that just great? Like, I think that there was something magic that just happened here. Are we doing this
Magic.
now? We're doing this. So that's where it started. And then
Bro,
I
that's so
decided in
funny.
order to
Oh my
being
god.
me and being very thorough with everything, in order to have it, I needed it to have context and I needed it to equate to me now, and all the things that there's actually some substance to what I'm doing. So I wrote an entire original Christmas record around it. And
Of course you did.
Of course I did. And
But
so
the fact that it came
course.
also from like the fans relentlessly being like, "Come on, like
Yeah.
bring our girl Cindy Lou Who
I
back,
mean,
like,
that's the
come on."
best
And
song she's
what I
ever.
wanna
That's
get
the
into
only
is I
song I
there's a
know
lot
from
to
her.
discuss in terms of like
Oh,
your
oh,
early
oh.
career, and I feel like I've had a lot of conversations with actresses who then go into different roles in their career of just like
Mhm.
making a pivot as a woman is so difficult, and so sometimes
Hey,
you have
Stream
to
Boo,
abandon
he's
who
here.
you were known for.
He's finally
and really, really
here.
almost like kind of turn your
How you
back on that
doing,
to
my
be taken
boy?
seriously in another department.
No,
And so
100%.
the fact that you are now sitting here and like even like being able to like smile and say Cindy Lou Who with a smile in an interview, like
Yep.
I'm sure if I interviewed you maybe 10 years ago, you would be like, I don't even want to talk about that.
Yeah, there's definitely an element of that.
So
for
there's
sure.
growth.
Oh, there's tons of growth. And I think also, I'd be remiss to not mention the loss that we
I
went
already
through.
did that.
And
Okay, what
it
else
was a
can
hard
I?
time for me. And I think coming out of that grief and getting to the other side of it, it forced me to kind of reflect on my life in a lot of ways. And Grinch, like I went back to the very beginning, and Grinch to me was always great. Like I don't have any bad memories with Grinch. Everything about it was awesome. Like it was super fun. I was super young, but there was it was such an incredible project to be a part of that was so upper echelon at such a young age, to see, actors of that caliber and of Jim Carrey and Molly Shannon, et cetera, Ron Howard. And then it was also my first experience in a recording studio. And so, when the movie came out and stuff and I was in school, like you're teased relentlessly for it. You're Grinch girl. I've moved around a lot. Like all of that kind of stuff was hard for me as a kid. But when I got older and looking back on it, I go, no, all of those things that happened, all of those experiences of making this film was wonderful. And so why am I shunning this? And like, I am
course.
Cindy Lou Who. Like I am that girl. Like I'm still
I
that
am
girl.
that
I think we're a
bitch.
similar age. Are you 31, 32?
32.
Okay, I'm 31. And
I'm
I want to go
31.
back to the beginning because I
I'm
know
almost
you started your career
32.
so young. But even when we're going to talk about the Grinch, I was thinking about that where I read
You
that
remember
you've been bullied
it?
for this role,
Yeah.
and I'm sitting
Dude,
there
that's
and
a
I'm like,
that's a classic. That is a really good Christmas song, bro. Everybody likes that song. I'm gonna have to listen to the new version of it because that's actually insane. I didn't know that she did that.
what? Like, what do you, what?
What?
Like, that is the most, like,
What?
iconic,
What?
incredible, this movie has lived
What?
forever. I watch it every single year. Like, you were adorable and perfect and all the things.
That's a great
But then
movie.
it's like,
That's
no,
a great
but you're also
Christmas
just like a
movie.
normal kid then going to school and kids are fucking assholes.
kids are
Whether
fucking
it was
assholes.
or jealousy or they actually just thought you were a quote unquote freak. They're like, you're the Grinch girl. And you're like,
Oh, yeah.
so at that age, it doesn't matter that this is like this incredible movie. It matters what your peers are saying. And if they're saying you're not cool for that, then you digest that to be like, I'm not cool for this.
Oh, yeah. And I didn't grow up in a Hollywood household or anything. Like, I was born in St. Louis.
Okay, wait. Take me back. You get into the industry, from what I understand, around like 2 years old.
Yeah.
Damn.
How do your parents even explain to you like why they got you in so young?
I was just talking about this the other day, and I think I need to have another conversation with my parents because I don't even fully know the story. I know they put me into modeling. I was signed by Ford Modeling Agency when I was 2.
Damn,
And I was very
too.
chatty and I don't know, avuncular. And
Honestly,
they
if I
went-
ever
my
have a
modeling agency
kid,
said, does she have an acting
you better
agent? And my parents went,
believe
"No."
I'm
And they
making
went,
money
"Okay,
off
well,
that
she
kid.
should, so go over to this agency.
The
They
fuck?
sent me on my first audition.
I'm not
and I
paying your
booked
bills.
that day. It was for Shake and Bake, and I was 3.
You paying
So
for
that
your own
was a
diapers.
national commercial.
You
And so
little
that
shit.
was kind of the kicking off point where I think they went, oh, we can do something with this for real.
You
And
know
so
what I'm saying?
that was the start of it.
So
The
you
fuck?
start as a model.
Started as a kid model.
And do you have any like core memories or no? You were just so young.
Not really. Like,
Okay.
I only remember the photos because I've seen them.
This
you know?
fucking
So
picture
then
of
you get
Mama
the Grinch at
Murphy.
6.
That's
5?
also blurry. It's 5, 6,
5, 6.
somewhere in there.
Okay, 5, 6. You star as Cindy Lou Who. Talk to me about like the audition. Do you remember the audition at all?
I remember pieces of the
It's
audition
just
because
good
it was
enough.
a really long process. That's why.
All
the
right,
timeline's
let's
a little
see how
blurry.
we're doing on the
So I
channel
started
here.
auditioning for it when I was 5, and it came out
Okay.
when I was 7. So I had
Okay.
birthdays in between.
5. He
obviously.
could okay,
But,
slay,
the audition
slay.
process was long. I remember going in.
Great.
There's lots of rounds of it, and I remember
should
the
do
screen testing the
more
most
fucking
because that's where it was
pose.
down to me and 2 other girls, and we got to try on wigs, and that's where they were starting to kind of put together what Cindy's going to look like. And so I went
Mhm.
from a
Let me
neon
check the
pink wig to a
analytics,
green wig
analytics,
to a yellow
analytics.
wig to this kind of outfit to this kind of outfit, and that process was really, really fun for me as a kid because you get to play dress up, and it's awesome.
I need to make more
And so
shorts.
it's pieces of it. It's hard starting so young. It's always
Brainstorm
hard to
video
remember what
ideas.
you
Let me
remember and what you
brainstorm
remember
video
because
ideas
people
for
have told
me.
you
Is
the
this
stories
AI?
and you turned them into memories. Also, I
Yeah,
can watch my entire
probably.
life. So it's how much do you remember? How much
Oh,
are
but
you
there's new
watching it and
perspective.
remembering from that, you know?
Huh?
Yeah, because it's like similar, very different, but similar just for a kid in your childhood, you get told things by your parents.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
And you see a picture and then you can kind of also like fakely come up with what you think you remember from that.
Exactly.
But we're so fucking young and like 5 years old. Because I was thinking, you're saying it was so fun to do these.
What the hell is
try on these wigs,
this?
but do you remember any part of you in any capacity being like intimidated by being a part of something so big? Or you didn't
Oh,
even
no.
Oh
understand?
my
didn't
god, this
understand
man's
that.
beard.
And
Holy
I
shit.
never remember being
Baldur's
nervous or
Gate.
anything like that.
People are
It
still
was,
looking for
it was
Baldur's
fun.
Gate
It was,
shit.
like, that's what I'm saying. Like Grinch is like it's so
Yeah.
positive for me. Like that the memories of that are so
Arr.
awesome.
Okay, you had to go to Who School.
Let's-
Sorry, just indulge me.
Yes.
Because like
Who
we're gonna
School?
please.
Talking about fun. Who's
I'm
School was
like,
amazing.
Do you remember like the wildest things that
Let's
you got to
get
be a part
back
of during that
into my
time?
editing
Well, the
here.
entire Who School was, I think it was like 7 months long of all the
This is
people
where I
and all the
stopped.
acrobats training to learn to act and create this world that Ron saw in his head of this whimsical, over the top Whoville. So walking into
I
that was a
like
big.
this one's
You know,
cool.
like
I
what are they
think this
called?
one's
Like
better than
hangers,
this
the big
one.
sets on
But
Universal
maybe
Lot.
there's
And
something
it was just
there. I
empty.
don't
They had
know.
giant, life-size balls that acrobats are walking on and people doing backflips. And so you walked into this world and you're just going, what is this kid playground? And I did all my own stunts. So I had to learn I did stunt training.
Okay, wait, but
That's
you didn't
actually
have
so
to do
cool.
the prosthetics, right?
I didn't have to do the prosthetics. Rick Baker molded my face. And after he casted me and stuff, I think everyone just kind of collectively decided that that's too much to put a kid through
Mm.
to have to go into prosthetics every day. So they wrote it
True.
into the script that
Your
I
nose.
haven't grown into my nose yet.
No, honestly, adorable. I also was thinking about that because I think I saw an article somewhere where it was like Jim Carrey would sit in like 8.5 hours
Mhm.
of prosthetics.
Prosthetics, and it killed him. Like
Truly.
from what I remember, it.
Yeah,
was
what do you
brutal.
do?
He went. I think he. Feel free, Jim. Feel free to tell me if I'm wrong. But
Yep.
if I remember correctly, I think he went through actual torture training, like with a real
I read
Navy
that.
SEAL guy to learn how to deal with it because he's so covered. I mean, the suit
Bro.
and the
Yeah.
contacts. I remember there was a time
Ugh.
when because we had all that fake snow coming down, and the snow got underneath his contacts.
Oh,
and
no.
killed
Fuck-
him. Like
fucked
so
his
painful.
ass up.
No. I genuinely can't imagine. But then obviously, like, he brought it to life in such a beautiful way. Do you remember just like what it was like having him as your co-star? Because he's obviously so fucking talented. It's like crazy.
Insane to see that level of talent
Yeah.
at such a young age. I think really had a big impact.
He's such
on
a
me.
goober
Just to
guy.
see someone who takes their craft that seriously. And I get asked a lot if he scared me, because everyone, I
He
think a lot
was
of kids were
doing a
scared of the
lot.
Grinch. he's never scary to me. To me, he was always
Oh,
Jim, and he was
that's
always in
good.
makeup. He was very protective of me. He was very kind, super funny, super animated, like absolutely awesome. But the funny thing is, I never knew what Jim Carrey looked like because I never saw him because he was there way early doing the
Oh,
prosthetics.
Oh my
true.
God,
You
so
were
you're
just
like,
only
no, Jim Carrey is the
Jim
Grinch.
Carrey is
know
the
him
Grinch.
as
So
the
I didn't know
Grinch.
who Jim was until the premiere.
Oh,
And someone pointed
shit.
out to me and go, "That's Jim," and I went,
I was like,
"Oh,
huh?
That's
Jim,
such
what?
a mindfuck.
Crazy,
You're like,
right?
wait a
Like,
second, I know the voice,
what?
but you're
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
wow.
That's
Okay, so
crazy.
we're talking about this like beautiful moment in your life.
Never saw
And
him
then, like
without
you
the
referenced
makeup.
earlier, then you go back to school. So you're like experiencing the most incredible, like kids would dream of this, and you're on these sets and you're doing all that.
Yeah.
And then you go back to school. And are you living in St. Louis?
Living in St. Louis. My dad works there, and I was going to Catholic school.
Oh,
And
well,
oh yeah,
me too.
Oh,
that's a whole
Lord.
thing.
Oh, oh, how'd that go?
Oh, wonderful! Don't you know? Weren't the nuns awesome?
They were so loving and understanding.
Yes, I know
I
what
love
you're
when my
talking
dad
about,
really tall
girl.
and my skirt
Yeah.
got too short, and I got punished for it. That was super fun.
Stop. They're like literally measuring to the knee.
Did you have to do it? Did you do the kneel?
Yes.
Where they make you kneel and measure from your hip down?
Taylor, I like black it out because I was like, no, please don't
Yeah.
make me. And I agree with you. Some girls got away if they were shorter with like the skirts could be a little shorter, but if you were tall.
And I just
I
got through
wasn't
it.
tall,
It's not
so
my
I
fault.
was.
went
I
through
never
growth
got in trouble
spurt,
for a
but
short
nope, you're in
skirt.
trouble.
Okay, so you're going through all this. Talk
I
to
don't
me
think
about
I
being a
even
kid
put
and,
it.
like, did you
My skirt
have
was
friends?
just.
Were you able to make
I made
friends?
sure my skirt was long as
I
fuck.
always, I've always had like a couple close friends in every stage of my life, one or two. But I've gone through so many phases of myself. Like I think the weirdest thing that people probably don't know about me is that I'm actually really shy, and no one guesses that. And so I have this external version of myself that is the performer and the professional and all of that. But that's where like songwriting became really important to me because that's where I felt like I could be me. And I started writing when I was really little. So like around
Ooh,
Grinch,
I
like
kind of
5.
like
But I think that makes
this.
sense because now being more
That looks
involved in the
cool.
industry, like I think a lot of actors, not everyone, like goes through these weird moments where it's like I'm
Mm.
reading the lines that someone else wrote.
Mhm.
I'm doing what the director is telling me to do. And so like there's not a lot of autonomy that you've got going on in these
No.
situations.
That's
So, like,
kind of
to have something as an outlet that, like,
slay.
you
Open
can
it.
genuinely have for yourself. I think
Open
a lot
it.
of actors try to find that for themselves because we as consumers think that these actors are like they somehow maybe wrote the lines or they did these things.
Yeah.
And then a lot of actors are like, no, I'm like just doing what everyone's telling me to do.
Yeah.
And that from a young age of like you're starting so young of reading these lines, being these characters, everyone knows you as these characters.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, who is Taylor as a human being outside of that?
Well, I think I always had a really strong sense of self. I always knew that. And, you know, that's why Grinch is weird. But once you get into Grinch is specific. And then once you get into teenage years with Gossip Girl and things, that's where I think my identity crisis started to come into play.
Mm.
Because that was a whole different world. Grinch is a film that came out that it clearly lives in an imagination
Yes.
world.
Mhm.
You know, I don't walk out of my house and have a Cindy Lou Who wig on. So it's so
Yeah.
there was a clear.
I had
line
the
there for
Cindy
me, I
Lou Who
think,
doll. I
where
think I
this is
still
Glenn
have the
dressed up and
doll.
this is
It's somewhere
Taylor.
in my stuffed animal
And
pile.
when it got into Gossip Girl, and suddenly that was a celebrity
I
show
remember that.
and a tabloid show and New York and paparazzi, and suddenly you're being photographed as a character by paparazzi and put into the tabloids as Taylor, and I'm going, that's not what I was wearing. That's not me. That's a character. And I'm getting hate from things I did on the show that I
No,
don't.
that's
with. And so
actually
I think, and I was
insane.
young. I was 14, so I think that
If you send an
that
actor
started to
hate for
bother me,
something
and
that
that's why I
their
started to realize,
character
like,
did
I'm not
on the
good at
show,
being
you're
someone else's
actually
tool.
fucking
Like
stupid.
I need to be my own
Also,
person.
Taylor,
You're
you said
actually
14.
fucking
14,
dumb.
13, 14, that's like right when people are going into high school. And even if you're not an actress, we're all fucked in the head at that
Oh, yeah.
point because we're like, who am I? And some people are going through puberty faster than others. And some people have, are figuring out their sexual identity. And some people feel, and you're just like, who am I? I am a disaster. So to also be doing it on the world stage and playing a character that can somewhat seem like you, but it's not you, it's a lot.
It was a mindfuck.
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Tinder. All right, let's talk about Tinder. Or better yet, let's talk about the early days euphoria that comes with having a new crush. Everything better, Billy, beyond.
The sponsor was so sudden. Oh my god. It was just like
Uber Eats
cut.
knows football's
And then
all
there's
about
ad.
chicken. Wing formation, wishbone,
Girl.
buy one, get one KFC 3-piece big box deal on Uber Eats. Man, football loves chicken. When football makes you hungry, get deals all season long.
You get Gossip
I've
Girl,
only had KFC like once or twice.
13 years old.
It was
Well, we were making a move.
ass.
So I lived in St. Louis till I was 10,
Okay.
and then my dad switched jobs and we moved to Maryland. So now I'm in middle school in Maryland.
Don't show me
and
no
I
fucking
have
ads for
just started my first
KFC,
band,
bro.
like an actual garage band with kids from my school. I finally found my little clique, which was kind of the first time in my life I felt that, and it was
Look at
exciting
this
to me.
photo.
And I
This
was
photo is
still the
so
weird art kid who, you know,
slay.
wore combat boots and leather jackets to school. And this was Potomac, Maryland, so this is very preppy. And
Love that
you
for
know,
you.
all the girls had bows in their hair and Uggs and matching Juicy Couture sweatsuits. And so I was very always just off in schools. So I found my crowd, found the art crowd, started my first band, and was doing really well. Like I was well adjusted to this school and this group of friends. And that's when Gossip Girl came around. And that's when I said, they go, you're gonna move to New York, you're gonna audition for this, and you would have to move to New York for it.
Who said
I don't want
that?
to do this anymore. I love where I'm at. And 12 at the time. And my
12?
agent, my manager, they
Oh,
all
the
flew to my
agent.
house
Huh?
to convince me to audition for this, going, this is going to be a great opportunity.
Bro, leave her
and
alone.
You'll get to move to New York, and it's fashion based. You love
New York
fashion, and you
is
love New York,
slay.
and blah, blah, blah. So long story short, ended up going to New York to audition for it.
Where are your parents at this point?
Oh, they're there. They're encouraging this choice. And I don't think it was with any kind of malice or anything like that. I think they're just looking at
Right.
going, this is a huge opportunity. And just because you're having a good time in school right now doesn't mean you pass up on something that's this massive.
Did you at all, because I know I've talked to child actors, that like there is like an obvious the financial pressure of just like you're a working child, and I
Yeah,
know it's like
you gotta pay them
awkward
bills, bro.
topic, so
Yeah.
like share
You
what you're
like going to
comfortable,
that
but, like,
school?
was that
Okay.
a factor at all in this decision?
It
Oh.
wasn't spoken about to me, you know, and I'm still not even a teenager yet. So I never realized I was making money. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So that kind of, this was always, this is fun and you like this. And
This is
there was an
over
element
fucking
of,
exposed here.
you know, you do well, you get praise. You don't do well,
Let's
you
see
don't.
what I could do.
And so it's a lot to unpack, I think, probably
Yeah.
as an adult looking back on it. And I think a lot of my life now I spend not really thinking about it and going, because I'm one that very much does not live with regret or wishing I could change things or
For
whatever.
sure.
That's just not my vibe, because I think it's kind of pointless. so I'm very, like, I'm always looking forward,
Yeah.
and I reflect on things in order to write about them and process them, that kind of stuff. But it is what it is
So,
at
no,
this point.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Again, I think like there's a natural like empathy that I think like the world now just has for child actors,
Yeah.
because I think of just like the honest truth that just has come out for a lot of these people that like went through this. And like when you did get into Gossip Girl, did you then understand that you were making money, or like
Yes.
at what point do you think you were like, wait, you guys, this is also like mine?
It
Look how
was Gossip
pretty
Girl,
this is. Oh
and
my god.
It was, well, I
So
left.
slay.
I moved out really young. So it was around that time that I started to realize, like, suddenly I was becoming in charge of my own finances and that kind of stuff. And so that's when I kind of put everything together. But it was Gossip Girl that made Gossip Girl's a weird one, because like in one way it was, you know, it was awesome. And in the other way, I really didn't want to be there. So it was me starting to come into
You
my
could
own as a
kind of tell
person
that
and having
well, like
this
if you
tug.
I
It's
watched
where
the show a
music
little
is
bit, you
the
could kind of
thing,
tell she didn't
because
want
I
to
was
be there at
starting to
all.
do that. I was always writing songs. I was always doing these things behind the scenes.
You could
But now
kind
to
of
be so
tell that
universally
she did
famous
not
for
fuck
something
with
that
it.
isn't me was really challenging for me. And so I felt like I immediately became very defensive. I was defensive in interviews. I was very also
yeah.
young, so arrogant and kind of an asshole, and you know, all
figuring
those
out in
things.
front of everyone.
But figuring it out in front of everyone and being judged, you know, very harshly for it, while trying to push back against that, going, I don't want this. I want this over
This.
here, and I don't know how to get to this place.
It's almost like you couldn't stop it once the train started moving. And as we
Yeah.
know how big Gossip Girl got,
And
it
no
was
one
like,
expected that.
yeah. Okay, take me to your agents decide, okay, you got to do this. You eventually say yes. You go to New York. You read for the part. Like
I read for the part.
what was your first impression of Jenny Humphrey?
Well, I mean, I kind of related to the character. I never really auditioned for things that I didn't understand, and feeling like an outcast in a world that you don't fit in was kind of, that's who I was. It wasn't, I wasn't from Brooklyn and all that stuff, but it was as a general concept of a character. I identified with her.
I feel like now I was about to say this. I'm like, oh, this was kind of a theme lightly in The Grinch for you too. But like you're 14 on set and everyone else is like bare minimum mid-20s.
Yes.
Like you are beyond the youngest person really on
Yeah.
the set. How did that dynamic impact you?
Well, I grew up real fast. Let's put it that way. But no, I mean, everyone was cool. I still had Connor, who played Eric. He's still one of my best friends. Love that guy.
Well, that's nice because you also had like a lot of scenes with him.
A lot of scenes with him.
Okay.
And he kind of, when I first moved to New York, he took me under his wing. I actually ended up going to his high school. And so he introduced me to his friend group.
Oh,
and,
slay.
you know, that kind of whole world, which was only about a year. I ended up graduating early because
Oh.
freshman trying to go to it had to be a performing arts high school because that's the only way that I could leave and work, and they would give you your work to leave. And I was really adamant about not wanting to be homeschooled because I wanted to make friends. But the reality is the work schedule was too much, and I wasn't going there anyway. So I ended up leaving that homeschooling and then graduating at 16. But
so you're 16 and
15,
15. You're living in New York City. You're no longer going to high school. What are you doing when you're not filming?
I was working in the studio. I was writing and working in the studio and then getting into trouble, but typical trouble.
Typical as like you would do in New York City as a young girl that's just like, I have all of this and no one's going to tell me no.
And all my friends were older and I never once got ID'd. So it was,
she was going out.
Celebrity, suddenly all those kinds of doors are just open to you and it's fine.
Did you go out with the cast at all or no? You had a separate?
I didn't go out with them too much, but I would hang out at their apartments and stuff. Like Chase and Ed lived together at the time, and
when I had Chase on and he told me about the rooftop parties, I was like, parties. Okay, so you frequented the rooftop.
Oh yeah, we lived like 2 blocks from each other. So
you were having time of your life.
Oh yeah, so I would spend a lot of time at their apartment, and it was very boys club, which was very fitting to me. I've always fit in with boys clubs, and so that was.
I remember he came on. What was it? He was like, "Oh, I remember one time we had the party, and like Lindsay Lohan showed up, and we were like, act cool, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool." Okay, so you were there.
Oh yeah.
So that's like although still you're young, but that's kind of the fun side of like, okay, you're getting to become an adult. You're doing it in a pretty fast-paced way. But when I did interview Chase and Penn, and this is kind of what you had lightly alluded to and lightly talked about earlier in this interview, is the sudden and intense fame and the explosion of the show that no one could have anticipated.
No one could have.
Just talk to me about it. Like from like when it first starts, like how does it impact you off the bat?
Well, I mean, the first impact is the paparazzi, and that's something that I hadn't dealt with before. And in New York, there's no escaping it.
It's too tight.
Now I still live in New York, and now I know. Now there's like kind of rules to it. But
you know where to go.
You know where to go. You know where not to go. And you know if you're in Soho, be prepared to be photographed. It's fair game.
Yes.
But they were coming to my house. They were going to my sister's school. They were everywhere, and that feeling of kind of being watched and stalked is
insane.
It's intimidating. Is I guess that it's unnerving.
And there's also like no one that has the right answer of what to do other than like just deal with it.
Just deal with it.
And all of your castmates were going through it, but again, you were at such a young age that I can only imagine you're like trying to grow up and handle it, but also like, did your parents move to the city?
My mom and me and my sister did, and my dad was still working in Maryland.
Okay. Was there ever a time that you can like recall a memory of like when you were like, no, this is like really getting too much?
I think the reality is I handled it really well. I think I'm pretty thick-skinned at the end of the day. I've lived a very strange life, and I've learned to kind of let things roll off my back. But it was less the paparazzi in person that went, this is too much, and more what would come out afterwards from the photos, and that would turn. And that really started once I started the band, like the negative press, where there was this kind of hatred of what I was doing from the world, and people being like, here's an example. I'm on stage. I'm 16. I'm playing a show. I'm wearing a little dress. I have underwear on. But a photographer goes and shoots up my skirt. He kneels down, shoots up my dress, and my tampon string had slipped out. And so my tampon string was sticking out of my underwear.
No.
Perez Hilton puts that on the homepage of Perez Hilton. You can see the side of my pussy.
I fucking hate that.
It's still on the internet. Have fun looking it up. But it's I'm underage, and the violation, and his headline, I don't remember what it said, but the headline was very negative of like slut. Like, look what, like,
how is she a slut?
Kind of thing.
For having a tampon string coming out of her.
It's so invasive. And I laugh about it now. And I laughed about it probably a week later because there's nothing you can do about it. But that's the kind of press that we're talking about, where people were or I was in a taxi cab and paparazzi jumped in the cab with me, and it's blinding lights, and I go like this to cover my face, and my assistant and friend at the time covers my face, and it's on the homepage of whatever tabloid site going, Taylor Momsen fucked up leaving club, because my eyes are kind of rolling back from they pick the one shot that looks bad and try to spin some kind of negative story around it. So I was getting a lot of negative
press. Bro, the paparazzi back then was
but I didn't
crazy.
Know better, so.
A publicist or a therapist or a bodyguard or Jesus fucking Christ,
something.
There's no right answer.
Yeah, a bodyguard to beat the shit out of paparazzi.
Though, you're like, I would probably laugh about it a week later. Did you ever have breakdowns over this kind of invasion of privacy and absolute like exploitation?
Probably internally. I never showed them. And again, that's where songwriting came into play. Like, that's where the first album, everything turns around here. Like, it's not all negative. It's more that I learned to take the hard things in my life from any aspect of it, big or small, and turn it into music. And that's how I've coped with life. Like, music is my therapy. And it was finding the right partners musically for me was everything. And so when I did, it changed my life. And I suddenly then had a support system in my band and in Kato, our producer, who supported me for me and what I wanted to do and my vision. And they had no ulterior motive, or like there was nothing from the outside. It was just pure support of like, you do what you want to do. And that was huge.
I can't imagine like what you're saying of like that young girl in Maryland loving more than anything making music and being like, I'm really good at this, and I'm finding my voice and all of it. Then kind of getting thrust into this spotlight, like you said, through a career that you actually weren't really that passionate about or excited about.
All right, I think this
And
is
was
good.
coming to, that's the thing. Like when I was little, I liked it. Like I didn't know better. That was just, I started at 2. So it was something I just always did. So there was no choice in the matter. It wasn't forced upon me. I wasn't like, you know, throwing tantrums going, I don't want to do this. And my parents going, you have to. It wasn't that. But I wasn't making my own decisions. I wasn't seeing past it. And when I hit 12, 13, 14 with Gossip Girl,
For some
and
reason,
this whole
it's
other world was thrown
not
on
like
you that you
saving
didn't ask
on my
for,
desktop.
Fame is this thing that you got to kick over your shoulder, and it's something you deal with. It comes with it.
I
when you're
need to
not prepared
delete
for it,
stuff
which I don't
off
think
of here
anyone
because
ever
I have
is,
too much
but
shit
when
on
it's
here.
something that I'm just going to work and doing what I've always done, and now suddenly there's this whole
To
other
make sure I
aspect to
have it
that you
on
have to learn to
my
navigate.
Again,
drive.
and the difference between like being a woman and a man in this industry is like astronomically different, because
It really is.
the photo that you just described being on the front page of someone's website, that is like, so that like is
Fucking
should literally be
Perez
illegal
Hilton
of how they're violating your
was
body,
a
especially
demon,
not even
So it's also
bro.
child porn.
Right,
So
right.
I don't know how that's still like
you're
fine.
underage,
Yeah.
underage or not,
Yeah.
a complete violation. I was looking up and I just started to see like a lot
Delete.
of the tabloids also that they were referring to sometimes as this wild child or this party girl, and then you're giving a little bit of this behind the scenes of like, no, that's literally just like a picture that you're in my fucking cab violating
You're
me.
in my cab. First of all, I was never really a wild child. I was working all the time. Like I would go to set on Gossip Girl because I started making the first record while I was still on the show, because I formed the band at 14. So I would go to work at 4 in the morning on
Slay.
Gossip Girl, work till 6,
4?
whatever time we wrapped, go straight to the studio and work in the studio from whatever that time was till 2 a.m. Come back, sleep for maybe an hour, and then do it all again. So I was working all the time. So this whole like wild child persona, it was just the makeup and my fashion choices. which
Yeah,
were
the
a bit
makeup and
outrageous,
her
but very
fits.
me. Like I was just being authentic. And so I think some of that was curated. And also I was, it's my image. My image was a little out there. And I was very, I mean, now I call it pretentious. I look back on it and I go, oh, it's like cringy how pretentious some of the things I would say was, and how I'd speak and carry myself.
Oh,
But that's who I
interesting.
was at the time. And I think that some of that pretension came across extra because I was being defensive, because I felt like I constantly had to defend who I was as a person every time someone asked me a question, instead of just answering it kind of honestly, you know?
Yes, I think there was like, again, you're so young, there's like a level of like internally you were
I think
trying
it's dark.
to
Oh,
protect
it's just dark because
yourself, and so like
that
I
fucking
guess
line.
I
I
was
don't
more
like that
fighting going,
line.
This is me. You're getting it
I'm gonna have to
wrong.
redo
So I
this
felt like
picture.
I really had to
I had to
fight
get rid of that
to
line.
explain who I was. When now as an adult, you just be who you are and relax into it. And
yes, but I also think I was thinking about this is like, I've now interviewed a good amount of people who have been a part of a franchise that was all consuming, and the fandom level is just like you
That's
will
intense.
you'll never be able to describe it, right? Like, and it's once in sometimes generations. Like there's these very specific shows that just take the world by storm, and I think the fandom, we are watching these romanticized shows that are very curated, and there's directors and there's writers rooms, and these are really good fucking shows. But then we are blurring the lines between Jenny Humphrey is not Taylor Momsen and Taylor Momsen is not Jenny Humphrey, but people
Yeah.
don't give a fuck, and so they
No.
want you to be
Yes.
Jenny Humphrey, and you're like, guys,
Yes.
I'm literally,
Yes.
I am from St. Louis.
Yes.
I'm not from Brooklyn.
Yes.
And so can you talk to me a little bit about like having this hard time between separating yourself from Jenny Humphrey and Taylor, and like how the fuck did you mentally do that?
Well, I quit.
Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah, we're getting there. Yeah. You're like, bitch, I left.
I left. I can't do this. It was a struggle there
Damn.
for years. But what I did was I treated it very much like a job, a professional. I showed up, I did my job, and then I went to the studio.
Did you resent her
and was
though?
me.
Like the character?
I resented I didn't resent. I don't know how to explain this. When I left the show, and I was no longer on it, and I was just touring with the band and just putting out music, and I quit everything else, and that's all I was doing. And every question in every interview was still about Gossip Girl and Jenny Humphrey, and will you ever go back to acting, and blah blah blah, and the list of questions on and on and on. The first year you get it. The second year you kind of laugh at it. By like as it kept going, I was going, oh, I'm never gonna live this character, and that's a weird thing to come to grips with. So you just kind of, I ignored it. You live your life.
And I feel like from what we're talking about is like you're going to the studio, you're recording after Gossip Girl. But then, like you said, people really didn't want to hear about you as a musician because they're like,
well, they didn't take it seriously, which in their defense, I wouldn't have either.
Okay, talking about that.
If you brought to me a 14-year-old fronted rock band with a chick who was on a soap opera, I would roll my eyes at it and go, yeah, I don't give two fucks about whatever you're trying to show me right now. So of course they did. Like,
yes,
because I picked the hardest path. I trying to gain credibility in a world that is impossible to gain credibility coming from the circumstances that I came from. A, rock and roll, hard as hell. B, a woman in rock and roll, hard as hell. And then 3, teenage soap star
You're like,
wants to be taken serious. So it was just, I had everything stacked against me in that way. But, and so there was a lot of, this is fake and she's a poser and this is who so-and-so writes her songs and blah, blah, blah. None of which was true. I write everything myself. I co-produce the records. Like there's no one but me and the band involved in what we do. And it's incredibly personal and and I take it incredibly seriously. And I realized very quickly that the only way to overcome that kind of hate or whatever is to A, shut it out and just do it.
Keep going. Yeah.
Well, you just do it.
Yeah.
You keep going. We toured the world relentlessly. I kept writing songs. We kept putting out records. You have to do it the old school way.
You're like, I'm not going anywhere. Consistency, just keep high. Here we go again. Another
like,
song.
I can't, because you can't keep explaining yourself. There's no point in explaining yourself. So I got tired of that and gave up on it. And then that's when things actually started to get easier, is when I stopped being so defensive and just was.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucking beautiful? Right? But it sounds so straightforward, but it's so fucking hard.
Oh yeah.
And again, because we're talking, like, just reminding everyone again, 14, 15, 16 years old. Like, most people are having like their fucking sweet 16s in Alabama and being like, Mom, can I get a padded bra? And you're trying to pivot as a young woman in an industry where most of the time we are only accepted as one thing. And it's like, good luck. Okay, we're going to get there. Because now I want to finish off with, you said, bitch, I fucking quit.
Yeah,
like,
I quit.
Let's talk about it. How early on did you actually know I want to get the fuck out of here?
It was definitely, when did I actually leave? Was it season 3? I never watched the show, so my timeline's always messed up.
Okay, so you
never watched the show?
I think season 4.
Season 4.
I kind of want to watch the
season 1's a
show.
whirlwind. It's
I
probably
need
around season 4. It's
shows to
whenever I started the
watch.
band. Like when I met Ben and Kato, and it changed everything.
Did you talk to them though about being on this show, being like, guys, I got to get out of here?
Oh yeah.
You're like, guys,
oh yeah,
I'm in jail. Get me out.
I knew I had to leave, but at the same time, leaving a career that is so prosperous and it was not easy. It was an easy decision for me. Sorry, I shouldn't say not easy.
The money was probably good.
Not easy in the way of like to actually get out of a contract was not easy.
Okay,
yeah,
true.
This was hard. So it started with I don't want to do this anymore, but you're in a lock and key contract with CW, Warner Brothers, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And it came down to, it was a very long battle of me arguing everyone and going, get me out of this. I can't do this anymore. This is killing me.
Out.
Like I have something else I want to do with my life and it has nothing to do with this. And I can't be stuck here anymore. And you're called ungrateful and you're called like all the things that come along with how dare you turn your back on something that's been so successful for you. Was hard, but it came down.
How do you feel about that though when people say that?
Oh, I just want fuck you. You don't know what you're talking. Like you're not in my shoes, so how dare you judge this? So I was very, very defensive. But it came down to they wouldn't let me out of the contract. The head of Warner Brothers said, "Fuck Taylor Momsen, no fucking way." I go to the writers and Stephanie Savage and Josh Schwartz, who I love, like genuinely love, and explained the situation. There's lots of talks about it, but they essentially went, "Well, we can't let you out of the contract because that's not our job, but we can write you out of the show. We understand what you're trying to do here. You're not going to be able to act because you're under contract, so you can't go take another job and join some other TV show or some other movie."
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
It's not what I want to do anyway. It's good. So I really have to credit them for doing that for me. Because they
that's
did not
nice.
have to. And they wrote me out of the show so I could go on tour and be in a band.
How did you share this with castmates? Were you close with anyone enough to share it or just kind of say peace out?
Not really. I kind of just Irish dipped. I just
nice.
the next week.
They're like, where's Taylor?
I mean, they all knew I was making music. They all knew I had a band. Like I would play them stuff. And because I was working on the first record while I was on the show. So I would come in and play songs.
Where's
and play
Taylor?
And, that kind of stuff. But I don't think anyone knew how serious I was at that stage.
Do you remember your last day on set? Were you like counting down the hours?
I remember I actually do, now that you bring it up. My last scene was in the, I think it might be the last, I've never watched the show, but I think it might be the last scene you see Jenny in. And so I think it's me like on the train going to live with my
your
mom or whatever the write out story was. And I'm like leaning on the window. And I think that was the rap scene, which is very fitting. And then I came back for the very finale because just as a fan of television and a fan of the shows I love, like when you have the full cast together again like you want to full circle that and round it out.
So you mentioned, which I do think is a great point, that like you walked away from a pretty stable job to create this, full career out of this band. That making it in the music industry is not easy, as we've kind of talked about. Was your family supportive of this decision?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think at this point I was so strong-headed and bulldozing my way into what I wanted in my life that I don't think anyone could have stopped me. No one could have stopped me. And yes, some people tried. So I think there was a level of they had to accept that this is what I was doing and either get on board or get out.
The dichotomy of this actress to then this musician, and you talked about it a little bit, of like people not taking it seriously in the very beginning. How did that affect though just how you felt about your art? Because what you've been talking about this whole interview is like how to the core passionate you are about making music. And a lot of it you say in the beginning was just like, sometimes people weren't even hearing my music. This has been from a very young age I've been writing. Yeah. So at the beginning of your life, it's been really just for you as this outlet. But then as you're now trying to make a career out of it, and people are still like, fucking Jenny Humphreys trying to start a fucking band. Like, how the fuck did you?
It was just like that too. That's exact. That's the like and quoted by Alex. Jenny fucking Humphreys trying to start a fucking band.
How fucking annoying. And how did you? I know you said you kind of put your head down, but like, were there moments where you were like, I'm never going to shake this?
Oh yeah, there was definitely feelings of that.
Did you lean in any capacity, like persona-wise, heavily?
All right, now it's
certain
clean.
aspects to try to really detract from the Jenny aura?
Clean.
Probably not so calculated. Thing you have to know about me, I really love comedy. And I think everything's funny. And that's kind of how I get through life. I laugh at everything. You got to be able to make light of it or it'll eat you. Yeah. So anything that I could, like, I really enjoyed shocking people because I thought it was funny. So I was 15, and I was like,
I'm
going to wear stripper shoes on stage. I'm going to put X's on my tits and flash them. I'm going to wear outfits from Hustler and be as outrageously, like, pornographic, Lolita, over the top because it freaks people out and it's super funny. Loved it. And so that became a part, but that's also who I was. Like,
all
I
right, cool. I see no problem with that.
Fuck it. Like, if I do this, I'll get this reaction.
Totally.
That's how I dressed in my everyday life. But
you wanted to fuck with the normies, and I understand that. I understand that. You wanted to fuck with the grandmas and be like, look at my fucking tits are out.
Like, it was that kind of. So I think that was definitely a fun. But
that is fun. That is fun.
I feel like, again, some people don't deal with it on the world stage, but that is relatable. And like,
it is
playing with your image and as women, like outfits and makeup and everything to really like self-express. And I love that you're saying like, I of course understood what it was doing, but I was still enjoying myself.
Oh yeah.
Because half of it is like, people can have social commentary on this, but guess what? You're now finally doing what you truly fucking love. And that's all that matters.
And I was always my own stylist and my own everything. So like, I went shopping and I put those things together, and some of them are a little questionable when you look back. But like in general, that I was being the most authentic version of myself at that time.
So what is the story behind the name The Pretty Reckless?
Story behind The Pretty Reckless. Okay, so we formed the band. We now need a band name, which turns out band name is the hardest thing in the fucking world to come up with, especially in the internet age. Every band name's taken or trademarked. So anything you think of, can't use that.
I don't think she even dressed that crazy.
And I went, I love it, because I knew I wanted it to be because of the Beatles. And I wanted it to be like one word, not one of those long sentence band names, like something simple and whatever. So The Reckless. Perfect. That's the name. We go to trademark it. There's an issue. There's some band from the 70s called The Reckless. We can't get it. And my lawyer goes, well, just add a word. Like, add any word and people will abbreviate it. Like Led Zeppelin. People call it Zeppelin. And she goes, and once people abbreviate it, you'll have, the trademark. It'll be common, or whatever the loophole is. That then now you can trademark that also. And so we went, okay, what's the Pretty Reckless? It's better than moderately reckless. Like, sounds good. Yes. Didn't really think of it much, and then didn't notice that didn't think ahead that everyone would abbreviate it to TPR, not The Reckless, and hence The Pretty Reckless was born. But But I love it now. Like at the end of the day, the music makes the band name, not the other
It
way
does.
around. So
It
it's
does.
now I'm fully the Pretty Reckless.
You're
Like, I
in.
am
I've
the Pretty
never
Reckless.
heard
So
any
You
of her
are.
songs.
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Uber Eats. Okay, Daddy
Uh,
Gang, we all know Uber Eats has the best selection of local restaurants.
Shut up.
Soundgarden.
I've never ordered anything for Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, nothing. They go all suck my dick.
Yes! With Keratin Color, get rich, striking color, and forget about breakage. I love it! Keratin Color by Schwarzkopf. What story will you
Schwarzkopf.
tell?
And can you just talk to me about how you were offered that opportunity and like what it meant to you at that time in your career?
I have pillars of musicians that I look up to, and or tiers of musicians. And when we first formed the Pretty Reckless, my two pillars are the Beatles and Soundgarden, hands down. And they're my North Stars, and they were for Ben and Cato also. And that was one of the first. So we formed the Pretty Reckless over the love of those two bands, and AC/DC and Pink Floyd and the Doors, and the list goes on and on. But but Soundgarden and the Beatles. So to get the call, first of all, Soundgarden's been broken up forever. And so when their new record came out, they got back together. I about died of excitement and happiness. And then to go forward and get the call that they are asking us to open for them was surreal.
Oh,
and
wow.
so validating
Interesting.
and so exciting. And I cannot picture a moment in my life where I was more happy than that moment. Like, that was the coolest thing to ever happen to me. I was floored. I could not believe it. And it was fantastic. Like, and this is obviously going somewhere sad, but it was the greatest experience, and everything about it was phenomenal. They're incredible. Meeting them was incredible. Getting to know them, and you always hear don't meet your heroes, and like so. I had a bit of nervousness around that of like, what if they aren't this thing I built up in my head? Oh no, they're exactly what I built up in my head. They're kind. They're awesome. Their musicality is off the charts.
Nice.
It's ridiculous. Like, their records speak to me on a level that no other band does, and it's like I feel like I knew them before I met them, because I think a lot of people with their favorite bands feel that way. Like, they know it feels like a family member. It's something that I've been listening to forever as a part of you, and so to have that become a reality was just a insane experience. Not to mention they're like it's kind of as credible as it can possibly get. And
You're
so to come from below
clueless? What do you
everything we
mean
just
you're
talked about
clueless?
and now be offered this tour, the acceptance that I felt from
What do you mean you're
the rock
clueless?
community and like them putting their stamp of approval on me and the band was just massive. Like, it came with so many layers of exciting weight to get that call. It was just the greatest thing ever. And I fucking love them, Alex. I love them so fucking much.
It's like, I think anyone that is in the
What makes
world
music
of
good or
art,
bad
like,
or
there,
not?
There are, like you just said, the pillars which you look up
It's
to, whether it's
just,
your direction, you look up to some of the
I
most
don't
iconic
know.
directors that you have in your brain that inspire
What do you
and
mean?
influence you in so many
You
ways.
can't tell
like, you
what
wouldn't be
music, just
the
whatever
Pretty Reckless
you makes
being
you
exactly
feel
who you are
happy,
had
I
you not
guess, when
had
you
that
listen to it,
influence
or
from
makes
them.
you
So
feel
it's like,
good when you
the
listen to
passion that
it.
you have is understandable because it's had such an impact on you. And then obviously
I don't think it has to be like
and then
complicated, like
it leads to tragedy.
Can you talk to me
oh
about
god, tragedy. What the fuck? I don't think it has to be like too complicated. Like, you don't have to know of music about music to appreciate music, I don't think. It's just whatever is fun to you. And
how
that's what she likes, so
the lead singer passes away during that tour?
no way.
Yeah. Well, it was the last night of tour, and we played
The
the last show in
last
Detroit,
night?
and we all said bye. Do this again sometime. See you on the road.
Oh my god, that's
We all got
actually
on our tour
so
buses, went to
fucking
bed,
sad. What the
and
hell?
I was woken up the next morning really early because the news had been passed around the camp, and I was dead asleep. And first of all, I'm not, as we've talked about, I'm not a morning person, so I think my brain takes a while to wake up. So hearing the news that someone I just spoke to and hugged and talked to a couple hours ago is no longer here,
What?
I couldn't process it.
How did
at
he
first. Like,
die?
I was confused. I was going, what are you saying to me right now? And that turned into sinking in, which turned into the biggest pit in my stomach of devastation and just the worst feeling in the world of like, I mean, I fell the fuck apart. I like fell on the ground.
Bro
and-
killed
And
himself?
that was kind of the start of my
2017. Huh? Hang. Bro hanged himself. Oh my god. Right after the tour was over. He just fucking hung himself. What the fuck? Holy shit. I thought he was old and he just died because he just, it made him want to die. Bro, you could go on another tour. You could do another tour. It doesn't have to be your last tour, my boy. I guess he was like, maybe he was planning this shit. He was like, I'm gonna do one more tour and I'm gonna go to fucking kill myself. And that's what he did. Linkin Park? I don't remember what year that was. Bro, he was only 52. I thought he was like super old and he just like his heart just gave out. What the fuck? That's crazy.
My dark period. It was so shocking and so
Bro,
like,
what
everything
the
about
fuck?
that experience for me was so
I don't
traumatic,
remember hearing that.
that I still get shaky talking about it. Like it's something I try not to think about too much, but that
Jesus Christ.
is brutal. It's brutal.
Beyond like words, because you're like what we're talking about too is like some of the highest highs of your life, and then immediately wrapped into the lowest lows of your life
Within like a 2 hour period.
Yeah, what?
And then about a year later, one of your other best friends passed away.
Yeah, that's Kato, who I've spoken about through Kato Kandwala. He produced all our records. He's my best friend in the world. We're inseparable, like talk every day kind of friend. And he was essentially the fifth member of Pretty Reckless. He just didn't tour with us. And we lost him in a motorcycle accident. And it was, as I've said before, that was the nail in the coffin for me. Like after Chris, I was in the start of a downward spiral, and we continued to tour. It quickly came to a place that of realization that I was not in a place to be public. Like I needed some time with this.
Oh my
I had
God.
to disappear and go try to handle this grief that was fucking eating me. And the way that I've always dealt with hard things in life is to write about them, as I've said, and to turn it into music. And so I was finally starting to kind of come to grips with Chris. Not well. Like I was definitely not doing well.
That's
but I
crazy.
Was going, we got to get out of this. Let's get in the studio. Let's make some music. Like let's push forward and do what we've always done in hard times. And we booked the studio. And as soon as that happened, I got the call that Kato had passed away in a motorcycle accident. And it floored me. So it was kind of it was a giant 1-2 punch, and because they were not that far apart from each other. And I just went off the rails. Like I didn't
Holy fuck,
to say the least. Like I got very heavy into substance abuse and this cloud of depression that I couldn't shake. And so something that I was teetering with before really took on a life of its own, where I essentially gave up. I gave up on life. And when everything I love is dead, what's the fucking point?
When you were going through that period in your life, were you alone? Like who did you have around you to keep you getting up every morning?
I mean, it's the band. I mean, the band is my family. Ben, Mark, and Jamie. But I did a very good job of isolating myself at that time period. And they reach out, they check in, they come over, we play, whatever we did. But a lot of the time I just shut off my phone. Like I was kind of unreachable. And that was very calculated. I was very like I knew I wasn't in a good place. And A, there's like shame that comes with that if you don't want to be seen. And B, I also knew that I had kind of given up. Like I had to I had to make a very conscious choice at a point where I was either going to live or I was going to die. And I had to either stop everything I was doing and get my life together, or this was going to kill me.
Girl.
And I luckily chose to move forward. But it was that serious, like it wasn't I was in this hole of blackness that I didn't know how to get out of. And I think the bigger thing was that I was perfectly fine with that. Like I was perfectly fine kind of staying in that place and fading away into nothing. And that was fine with me. Like, and so it took a long time to get to the other side of that.
Right. Dude, grief is like so fucking terrifying because sometimes it's just easier to sink into it.
So much easier.
Because you're actually actively having to climb out. And then there's the guilt of like, but they don't get to experience life anymore. And so it's like your head can go to really clearly, yes, dark fucking places. How did you begin to pull yourself out? And like, yes, you had music, but like
Well, it is though. Like it sounds cliche. Even when I say it out loud, it sounds like made up. But one of the hardest things though was dealing with all of this. Like music's been my solace. It's always been the thing I can turn to. Listening to records or whatever that makes you feel better. And after Chris and Kato, I didn't have that anymore. Everything I listened to made it worse.
True.
I couldn't listen to Soundgarden anymore.
Nope.
Couldn't listen to the Beatles because we listened to the Beatles with Kato. Couldn't listen to our own music because I made it with Kato. Like everything, every band had a memory attached to it. Every song had an emotion that I couldn't handle. And so suddenly music was not in my life anymore. And that was the scariest thing for me because this thing that's my identity that has gotten me through everything is no more, along with these people. So it was almost like 3 losses at the same time. And eventually time is the answer, but eventually I got to a place where I could start listening to records again, not Soundgarden, but I went, where did this start? Like I very calculatedly went, where did I fall in love with this? Like, how do I find myself again? And so I started at the very beginning, which was the Beatles, where it's the first band I fell in love with. It's the reason I started writing songs. It's, all the things. Started there, listened to every Beatles record, listened to the anthology, listened to over and over and over to find joy in it again. And then moved on from that in kind of almost chronological order of the bands that I fell in love with growing up to now. Eventually ending in Soundgarden, and I found a place where I could listen to it and have it bring me some kind of comfort again. But also writing the record Death by Rock and Roll. So so having to get that out, that record kind of poured out of me in a way that other records have not. Some
need
songs
to listen
have,
to
but
her.
not full complete albums like that. And that record was so inspired, and it wasn't for anyone, and I didn't have the intention of putting it out.
I always liked her look, but I never listened to her music.
I don't know. There's so many things to overcome, but the writing of that
I always
record
thought she was
something that I
really
had to do
cool,
for
but
me. And it's almost like I didn't write it, but I think by getting it out, that was the first step of me starting to be able to turn the corner.
That's really beautiful because I think it's so isolating when you're going through that, like you just said, and to have to almost reintroduce yourself to something
playing
you love
with
so
your
much, but that now
favorite
is causing you
fucking
so much pain
band that
because-
you love
because
since
of the
you were a
remembering of
kid.
what was connected to
And
that
then after the
is
tour's
torture
over, the lead
almost,
singer
but you
fucking
also
kills
have to
himself.
always
Like,
remember in
what the
grief that, like,
fuck?
most of these
Huh?
people
Like, you
will
actually
never
become
want you to
friends with
leave the
them.
one thing that connected you guys, and slowly the goal is to get back
You
to it so you
actually
can feel them
play
through, I'm sure, the
shows with
music, and you
them.
can feel them when you're making it, but even the concept of making it in the beginning is
And
so
then-
fucking hard.
So hard. It seems impossible because
That
at the
doesn't
end of
make
the day, I
any
try to say
sense to
Kato's
me.
name
That's
every day.
actually
I don't even try to.
insane.
I just still do because it keeps him around. You
You've
know,
been doing it, yeah.
And
It's like,
but he was such a
here.
big part of my life that there's no way to not talk about him. And he's still such a big part of my life. And I think that's the key to loss is I learned that while that pain never goes away and that feeling of of missing them and all the things that come with grief, the intensity does. So it's kind of like when it happens, you're sliced down the middle, you're bleeding everywhere, like it's blood gushing. And as time passes, that wound heals and you're left with a massive scar. And that scar, you're not bleeding all over the floor anymore, but now that's a part of you. And so I look at everyone I've lost as like their scar I carry with me every day. And I'm proud to have those scars. I'm proud that they're a part of my life and that I loved them that much to be able to feel the way I feel,
I appreciate you sharing that because I think I've lightly talked about grief.
That's
on the
actually
show, but
really
I think
smart.
it's always so subjective, but when you put it like that, I think it can just help a lot of people because I'm sure there's literally someone watching that's like day one starting to do the battle of like get through it.
It's brutal. And the only thing I would say is that like it's what Death by Rock and Roll turned into is that at the end of the day, the record's very hopeful. Like it starts off very dark and very bleak, but there's this kind of positive turn towards the end of it that there is light at the end of this tunnel that seems impossible and seems never ending. And if you can just wait it out, you will get to the other side. And that's the thing that I say to anyone who's struggling with depression or loss or anything even remotely close to this kind of feeling is that it does get better. And it's the fucked up thing about that is when people say that to you when you're in it, you want to punch them in the face.
Yeah.
Like,
so real. Like, shut the
like,
fuck up. What do you
like,
know?
shut the fuck up.
It gets better. Like
You
what a
fucking
cliche thing
bitch.
to
You live it
say.
and you're like, oh fuck, it does.
But it does. Time does.
It does.
If you can just hang on long enough to get to the other side, there is another side waiting for you.
This is an ad by
Damn.
BetterHelp.
Oh.
So one of my closest
No, I'm
friends
good.
moved to New York a few months ago, and I'll be honest.
Uber Eats knows football's all about chicken.
Meh, I had to piss so bad.
And now the buy one get one KFC 3-piece big
Oh
box
my
deal.
god, the buy one get one KFC 3-piece for the chicken. I'll be right back. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to edit my description on Twitch to be like the photo stuff and everything.
I get it's probably an unpopular answer, but I tend to I get asked a lot what it's like to be a woman in rock and roll and a woman in music and the double, all the things you just said. And while yes, it exists, I kind of don't look at it that way. Like I kind of live in my own, maybe I live in my own world, my own mental bubble, but I look at it like music is music, good music is good music, gender doesn't really matter, and most music's crap. Like that's how I see it. Is like I want to compete with the best people, and so the only thing with, not the only thing, but the thing with being a woman in the music industry is that you get compared to women in the music industry. Not that that's a bad thing. There's a lot of amazing women, but you're cutting out an entire sect of musicians and not even putting those two next to each other because of a gender thing. So I don't really know, because I kind of just don't really think of it that way.
But I think that's like the best way to look at it. And I think that doesn't just pertain to music, which I agree with you, and I'm going to take that as advice moving forward, because I think you're right. There's so many industries that we just talk about, this woman, is she as good as this woman, or like, oh, these actors, or oh, these politicians, or oh, these hosts, or whatever it be. And most of the time you're only comparing them to the same gender, and I agree with you. It's like so limiting.
It's so limiting, and
especially as a woman. It's like, it's also a lot of times it's derogatory, because it's like, well, for the women,
yes,
you guys are pretty good, and you're like,
what does that mean? Like,
I remember when I signed a deal for my podcast in the early days of my career, and everyone was like, the first like woman did blah blah blah, and I was like, we know, but like the deal is like bigger than most men, so shouldn't we just be like, take out the gender?
Take out the gender.
Like,
why are you focusing on that?
Deals on podcasting, like not like for a woman. You're like, what does that have to do with?
Everyone knows I'm a woman. Like, everyone, you see that.
Right. Yeah. So that I think is I think that's great advice for people listening. It's just like, yes, you can't control the way that people are going to spin it, but you can control how you like digest it, and you own it. Of like, no, I'm not gonna let that affect what I'm doing.
I got bread and cheese.
It doesn't affect what I'm doing at all. And I mean, I own my femininity. Like, I love being a woman most of the time, except for that time around the month. But
yeah, exactly.
But it's you just have to look at it like you said, you don't let it affect what you're doing. Like,
most music crap.
Who do you look up to? Who are your heroes?
Some of them are women, some of them are men.
Exactly.
It's not. Yeah.
I don't think that
women idols,
right.
But I don't know how to make music, so I can't really say.
When you put the woman stats in,
I feel like if you know how to make music, then you could say that more, because it's like I know what it takes to put in effort.
Handle my my art, the music I make.
Like, I'm a photographer. I would say most people's like photography is shit. It's absolute ass.
This is Color Daddy.
Yes.
It's ass.
Let's talk about your dating life.
Okay.
What is it?
But I can say that because I'm a photographer.
As a musician.
I don't know.
It just depends.
And probably just me as a person, but I think
yours. Are you sure? Is it like are you legit? Is it legit, or are you just like fucking around
at the same time? So anyone I let into my life in any form of a relationship, there's
you want me to critique your work?
Life bond there, like that. I'm not letting people into my life that are fleeting. It's just not. I mean, you have those people in your life, but I'm always looking for something that has a.
Back when I was in college, I didn't really like when we did like the critique days where we critiqued everybody's work. I would just like stand there because I didn't want to like be rude or be mean and have people like hate me. I would just like not say anything at all. But I feel like I would be a very good critique. I don't know.
Is filling something that I need in my life, and that's from.
We'll do critique days. Everybody show me your pictures, and I'll critique them.
There's a quality about,
and I'll bring them up on stream. This is why I need a Discord server
that is deep and very normal. I think.
Love.
So there's that.
An easy way to link them.
You look for in.
I don't know. I can't really send links in chat.
Well,
because I'll block them.
Funny, gotta be funny. Gotta make me laugh.
Oh. I need to make a Discord.
And we have to have the same musical taste, or that's just not going to work.
Yeah, get out of here.
That's just not going to work at all.
You're also like, you also have to think my music is amazing. Thank you very much.
Worship the ground I walk on. Blah, blah, blah.
Just the classic.
Just the tad.
Yeah, you have some songs that you talk about unhealthy relationship dynamics. What is something that you used to put up with when you were younger that you definitely wouldn't tolerate now in romantic relationships?
using me. I
Mm.
think I definitely went through a phase of dating guys that weren't interested in me for me. They were interested in what I had to give them and what I
Right.
had to offer them, especially around the show. Like,
Right.
well, if I date her, I can go to this party and meet so-and-so and
Right,
blah, blah,
right,
blah.
right,
And,
right,
and
right,
I'm
right,
talking about
right.
people that were in the industry at the time and stuff, but weren't necessarily as successful and using me for something other than myself. And when you're in it, you don't see that. And when you get out of it, the
And
anger
then
that
you're
comes
like,
with that
oh.
and the betrayal of like, I just gave you
It's probably,
myself and
ugh.
you weren't
That's why
interested in
famous
that at
people
all. Like,
only
it's
date other famous
super fucked
people
up feeling.
Oh
because
yeah, that can lead to some fucking trust
you
issues.
can't date
Yeah,
a normal
so
person when you're
yeah,
famous. You just
I can,
can't.
I can,
You
the
have
good
to
news is
date
I can
someone on
really
the
see
same
through
level
that
as
now,
you.
so
Yeah, and you were
I don't
young,
worry
and
about
it's
it.
like
And I was young.
Because you
that
can't
makes
trust
sense.
people.
Have you ever been cheated on?
Yes.
How did you find out?
Damn.
I walked in on it.
Oh,
Taylor.
Yeah.
that's the craziest.
Taylor. No,
That's the
Oh, yeah, I did.
craziest one.
No.
That's
yeah, I
when
did.
you start
At party.
swanging. That's when you start swanging. Okay.
Walked into a back room.
If
looking
you
for a
walk
bathroom
into
and a
that
drink, 'cause
shit,
I don't know what
ooh.
the fuck I was doing. And
Did they know you were at the party too?
Ooh.
And
I was
you
probably coming from an event or something and then stopped by later. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, walked in on like full naked, like full on sex happening.
did you?
Oh,
just be like,
I would have
"Okay, I'm just gonna
fisted
walk out," or what was
people's
your reaction?
buttholes if
I
that
left,
happened to
and I
me.
went with my best friend at the time. And we
You
went and
just
got a tattoo.
left?
What is the tattoo?
I have a teeny tiny star. It's my one and only tattoo.
How did you come up with the
Bro,
star? You're
what?
like,
I
got tattooed
would've-
on?
I don't know. Yeah,
Star.
like we got matching.
I would have
tattoos.
shoved
That
my
was-
fist up
Did the
people's
person say
ass.
sorry?
Whoever ass was
Yeah.
in
What,
the
did they call
air,
and
they're getting a
apologize, or they
fist
never-
up their ass. I don't care.
I'm trying to remember now how
Y'all
how
getting
this all went down.
fisted.
Taylor.
Oh, there was a
If you
big,
cheat
like,
on me, I'm
fuck you
fisting
match,
you.
and I was like,
100% I'm
fuck, here's my
fisting
fucking
you.
number. Like,
I
can't do that
You
shit.
got a cute tattoo out of it though.
I got my one and only.
That's
Wait,
your
where's
only
my?
Oh my god, post cheating classic. Love that
You
for
know.
you.
The best part was it was St.
Why
Mark's
is this
Street,
shit-
and
oh,
my
there it
friend
is. I was like,
is a
where's
guy,
the
and he got one here
picture?
too. His is like twice as big as mine. Mine took 10 times longer than his.
Was
did.
it painful?
It was right on the rib. But the guy doing it, I think, really just like staring at my boob because my teeny tiny star took forever. And it's like it's a mole.
Whisper
You're
a
like,
link.
This is actually a dot. Like we've
It's
been
a,
done.
it's a dot. Like I'm
Stop.
I'm essentially Phoebe in Friends when she gets her mom tattooed on her, and it's just the dot. Like that's
And this motherfucker's been done for an hour, and you're like,
yeah. Are we still going? Okay.
Bro.
Yeah.
okay, well, good to know. You're one tat. And would you get more? No,
No.
you're done.
No, I'm done. Beatles
okay.
didn't have tattoos. I'm good.
Oh, I love that. That's
Oh,
like your
that's
compass
why?
North Star.
It is.
Like,
I'm
Beatles
dead.
Didn't have tattoos.
I don't have
Taylor
tattoos
won't have
either.
tattoos.
I'm also over evolving, so like I don't want to. It's hard for. I'm too indecisive.
I'm the same
Yeah,
way. I
same.
don't even know what
I
I
don't-
want my body for forever. so I'm
Yeah,
just not gonna
me
do it.
neither.
I think like I draw on myself a lot, and I use those like ink box pens and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
ones that
And then it
last because that's
fades.
fun. But then it fades.
Okay, let's talk about the
Mm.
Christmas EP. I know we mentioned it earlier, but tis the fucking season. This
Christmas.
is
Where
it's so
are
good.
you,
I was listening to it on my way here,
Christmas?
and first of all, I want you to know that hearing you put together the song with your 6-year-old self, I was getting emotional.
It made me
Oh,
emotional.
oh my
Like, hearing it back for
God.
the first time, like singing it's one thing, but then actually listening to it come through the speakers after the first take of it, like
It's beautiful.
you well up. Like there's something so.
I don't know if
And
I
I
like
love how the
this.
EP,
Let
it's
me
also like you
see.
did such a brilliant job of like, there's
Where
some slow,
are
there's some
you,
rock, like you really gave us everything that we needed and more. The lyrics are perfect. Like I'm so excited to be listening to this during Christmas time. The Grinch is also re-releasing in theaters for
It
the
is.
25th anniversary.
25th
What does it mean to
anniversary?
you that movie and now full circle with this EP, like this is now just becoming a part of so many people's like Christmas traditions?
Well, I think that like over the years,
See, I don't like this.
realizing
This
that Grinch was
I
never
don't
going
like
to go
that.
away.
Oh,
I
never.
became more and more fond of it, and seeing how much joy
It's
that
such
it
a good
brings to
movie.
people, you know, old and young, and every year people discovering it and like just loving it so much.
Can't wait to see
Makes
how
me
you
really
hate
happy to be a
them.
part of something that brings that much happiness to other people. How very Cindy Lou. But
Okay.
it's true. Like it makes me nostalgic.
I'm
and,
doing my evil
you know,
arc.
proud that I can
segment
bring
now.
smiles to people around the world every year.
That would be a
or
good
that
thing
I'm
to
not
do.
me,
Like
but
at
I'm
the
a part of
end of
something
a
that does.
of a
Have
photo
you
editing
watched it?
stream, I
Oh,
like
I
critique
definitely
other
watched
people's
Grinch.
photos.
Of course.
Okay, that makes me
I don't
really
watch
happy.
it every year, but I definitely watch like a few scenes every year. And this year I want to go see it in theaters because
Can you fucking imagine? I'm looking at the camera. Can you imagine being sitting in the fucking movie theater and you're sitting in like the 5th row, the 6th row? You turn to your right and you're like, Taylor fucking Momsen?
Taylor?
Wait, Cindy Lou who? I'm dead. That would be crazy.
right?
But you gotta just roll.
That
up,
would be
though.
so
It had
funny.
to be like a public theater.
Oh yeah,
You just come by.
I'm not posh at all. I'm New York. Like I'll go to theater.
The way that would be just the most like healing
Bro.
experience. No, that is really fucking cool.
She's
okay, we're coming
emoting
up into the new year.
with her hands on an audio
what are you looking
podcast.
forward to in this next year of your life?
I mean, it's not really an audio
Oh my goodness,
podcast.
I'm looking forward to so much.
Okay.
We are going back out on tour with AC/DC.
I'm just not
So
watching
that's
it.
going to be amazing.
It is
It's
it is
been
a
amazing
video
so far, but the fact that
podcast.
we get to continue this journey with them is incredible. They're just the coolest. They're the loudest band you ever heard in your life in the most awesome way possible.
Wait,
They're
you said
the coolest
you're going on
people.
tour with
They're so kind,
AC/DC, the old?
but their live show is a schooling
Okay,
in what
they're
rock and roll
actually
is.
old. They might actually die.
And to get
You
to
might
watch that
actually
every
have
night
another
is just mind-blowing.
incident.
So to continue that with them is very exciting for me. So I can't wait for that. And tour.
No way,
really,
bro.
like, the long and short of it is tour and new music and tour and new music, and the cycle continues. But it's always fun to put out new music and tour new songs because it's
They're gonna be in
starting a
Australia.
new era, and that's
Perth.
always a really fun place to be in.
I appreciate you being so open today because I think as an interviewer,
She
there's
has
such
more
a
good
clear
songs.
pattern that I'm just starting to see of like, and this is why I love my
I
job so much, is
guess.
I get to sit down with
Besides,
people
Where
that
Are You
maybe
Christmas?
people
I
have
don't know. I've
understood them
never
through,
heard
like, a
any
lens.
of her
Like, this is not
songs.
their personal lens. It's through different pieces of other people's art, especially if you're an actress. And I think it's beautiful to like hear from you exactly what that time was like in your life. It doesn't mean people can't still enjoy Gossip Girl. It doesn't mean people can't still go and enjoy The Grinch, but hearing how it was affecting you as a real human being,
Grinch.
that's work. And I think sometimes people forget like that was a job for you.
Yes.
And so as much as we can enjoy it as consumers, like you're a real human being that
The
was getting
Pretty
paid to do
Reckless
these
at
things.
down
And who the fuck
Download
enjoys their work at all
Festival
times?
show.
No one. Like,
No one.
It's a job.
So like giving some
I can't listen to anything because I'm also streaming on YouTube, so I
Bro, I
can't
take
listen
that
to
back.
music
I
right
enjoy my
now.
work.
So
Not every
I'm gonna have
minute of it.
to
It's a passion.
listen
Like,
off
the only thing you don't
stream.
enjoy is the actual like travel. The
There you go.
physical travel of tour is brutal.
So we can always find something.
But
Taylor.
like
You're
the
happy.
fact that I get to play music as a career and call it a job is insanity. And it's like, I'm
Yeah.
so lucky. It's not. Playing's a pleasure. Playing is, it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's what it should be. And
No,
I
it's
think that
Slay,
I
queen,
feel so fortunate.
slay.
But you're also just the exact example, and I've always said this, and I know it is a privilege, but it's like if you are able to
Side
turn
boot
your
vest
purpose and
on.
your
Well, she
passion,
did
like,
say she
into
would
your
wear
job or
like
your
crazy
career,
ass outfits to
it
fuck
is
with the
such a
normies.
privilege, and it's so
So
incredible to experience it.
just to
but
be
the
like,
way that you
fuck you, I
talk
could
about
wear
acting
whatever I
versus being a
want. Look at my
musician, it's
tits,
like,
haha.
there is no
You're mad.
comparison. You light up. This is who you are.
Which
This is what you are.
I
And so, yes, you were known as
completely
something, but I think
understand
it's
that.
beautiful to now let the
It
world
is fun
fully
to
lean in
fuck
and get
with
to know
the
you as this version of
normies
yourself because this is your true self,
and
that's
the
what we wanna celebrate. It's
lamos.
like let people be who the fuck
You're
they
not
are.
mad? I'm not
End of
mad
story.
either.
Goodbye.
Oh my God.
If
Thank
you're
you so
mad
much for
at
having me
tit,
on. You're kind of like
if
popping
you're
my
a
podcast
a
cherry.
human
I'm not
being and
I
you're
think
mad
maybe
at a
people, but I'm not like
titty,
I don't do this a lot.
Well, you
so
crushed.
you
That was
gotta
easy.
that was
relax.
all right.
You
Thank
gotta
you.
relax.
I really appreciate it. You
can't
make
be
us
you
very
can't be
comfortable
living
and
your life
I'm happy
being
you
mad
worked
at
with me.
titties.
That was the goal. Thank you.
There's
Seriously, thank you.
more
Nailed it.
important things to be mad at than a fucking tit. Thank you, caller daddy. All right. That was a slay interview. Yes, queen. Yes, queen. Where are you, Chrysler? Why can't I find? Oh, am I not logged in on here? Code from my mobile device that's dead right now. Wait, I might get a text from this fucking thing. Call her Saturday. Alright, I'm not logged in on my Chrome on my PC for some reason. And I need a fucking link. I need a stupid fucking code to log in, and my phone is dead, and I can't even use that phone number anymore because I can't afford to pay the cell phone service. So, yeah, I'm just gonna need to start a Discord at this point. Like, this is getting ridiculous. Papa Meat put out a video about performative males are the worst. Discord is free. Discord is free. But the thing about Discord is I have to be super strict on that shit because there are people who get too sussy in Discord fucking servers, and I refuse that shit. I rebuke it. The devil is alive and he is on Discord right now, okay? I swear to God. If y'all act a fucking mess, if I make a Discord server and y'all act a fucking mess, I will come to your house and fist you. This is a warning. Clip this for future reference. If I make a Discord and y'all start acting a fucking mess on that Discord, I will find you and I will come to your house and I will fist you. Clip that. On my soul. Anyway, what else should we watch? What else should we watch? Oh my god, bro. Ugh. There's nothing good going on. Rotten Mango, she made a video yesterday, so she's not gonna make a video. And who else is making videos? Watch Mojo live Q&A with Darcy Weir and Philip Mantle. Huh? 5 hidden photo opportunities at Disney World Photo Pass. Hey, what if I get a job at fucking Disney World? I don't want to move to fucking Florida, though. Florida is really just the devil's playground at this point. They doing too much over there. I would never. I don't think I'll ever go to Disney again. Just because it's in Florida. Where are you, Christmas? Why did I find you? I feel like I got a shit low key. Ooh. Wait, Minecraft Dragon Ball Z DLC launch trailer for PS5? Oh god. Bro, YouTube is so boring. Oh my god. Nobody's putting out good content anymore. Even me. I'm putting out shit content. Listen to YouTube talk content. As long as there's no music in the background, I'm reacting. I'm not playing the video. I'm reacting, dude. I'm a reactor. Twitch. I'm doing reaction videos. I feel like it would be boring if I just edited here and just in complete silence, you know? So I feel like I need but I can't listen to music, so it's like, okay, what do I listen to? You know? Where are you, Christmas? I was listening to the Breaking Bad stuff, but I don't feel like it anymore. ASMR. Sometimes I listen to this podcast. We're all insane. You ever heard of this one? This one's crazy. This one's crazy. We got some crazy stories here. Finding out my boyfriend had a wife. Okay. Hit and run over 3 times. You got hit and run 3 times? You don't like podcasts? You don't click podcasts? What do you mean you don't click? What's the most popular video she has? Trafficked by her husband, surviving interest, tortured by my parents. Oh, that one was crazy. My mom's affair with an 18-year-old boyfriend. Addicted to meth. Oh my god. Oh my god. Groomed at 13. My parents are siblings. My parents murdered my 5-month-old brother. Huh? My dad murdered my mom and my sister. I can't watch this shit. Raped by my uncle for 10 years. Yeah, maybe we should watch something a little bit more light. A little bit more light. Don't you guys think? A little bit more, you know. You know what? The Papa Meat video with the fucking Rock of Love, I never watched like the first one of that. I really did like 3 hours. That shit was 3 hours long. That was great. Okay, where's the first one? Fast fashion is terrible. Worst movie ever made. Dumpster diving. Where's the Rock of Love? The first worst thing ever made? Fucking Funko Pops. I agree with that. The Horrors of Goodwill. Made their Twitch emotes Rock of Love people. You know what's crazy? I actually watched the first season of Rock of Love when I was a child, bro. Wait, what year did this shit come out?
I like to
Shut up. Food videos? Oh, this was 6 months ago. And it's an hour and 57 minutes long.
Very few times in life an opportunity strikes to do something great.
2007?
Would you think in the 80s, what rock star do you think?
I was like
Axl Rose?
12.
Vince Neil.
And I was watching this show
Bret
on
Michaels.
TV.
The man with 3 hits, 3 Titan songs, a 2-year
Wait,
span
what are these
carried him his
pictures?
entire
Can we
life.
go back to those
The man with
pictures?
3 hits, 3.
What is this? Oh my god. What a character. What a fucking character of a man. What a fucking
Titan songs, a 2-year
icon.
span that's carried him his entire life. Poison.
Burbank.
The game. Bret Michaels comes from the band Poison, and today we are going to be talking about a love show. Dare I say, the greatest love show of all time. People talk about The Bachelor. Boo. People talk about The Bachelor.
I never watched The
Boo. Right now
Bachelor.
we have shows like The Button on YouTube.
Oh
That's
no,
dating
the button's
shows.
horrible.
Boo. Bored. The early 2000s gave us
Mm.
amazing shows.
Pimp My
One
Ride,
being
Jersey Shore.
Rock of Love.
Rock of Love. He had the lip filler. Wait.
One being
This man had the
Rock of
lip
Love.
filler before lip filler was even a thing, bro. Look at those lips. He had the original lip filler look. God damn, he is just wow.
Love with Bret Michaels.
Oh, I can't believe they put that shit on TV, bro.
Bret Michaels, a hero to some, a hero to many.
Oh.
You might remember him from the 1986 album, Look What the Cat Dragged In, with their one popular song off that album, which I'm pretty sure was Talk Dirty to Me.
Stop. Don't play that.
2 years later, which gives us the
Don't
two
play that
other great
music.
songs, one being Nothing But a Good Time, and of course,
Stop. I just saw ass. I just saw ass, bro. 80s ass.
DVR back in the day. Me and my sister were obsessed with it. It was so funny. But for the life of me, I could not remember almost anything about it besides some of the
It is
classics.
funny.
But it got me thinking. We should talk about today Rock of Love Season 1 and do a breakdown.
There's
bit
only
by
2
bit. You know, we've done it with
seasons.
other shows. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, Gypsy
Ooh.
Rose. and that clown is
Ooh.
another season. It's airing right now. And I want Bret Michaels, who I'm pretty sure is like 87 years old.
Oh, they
now.
were
He has
super
diabetes.
raunchy, bro.
He's gone through
Maybe he found true love. Let's see if he's married.
I don't know what
What's his fucking name?
that is. But we're going to be doing a breakdown of the entire first season
Rubik.
of Rock of Love. And I'm also, along the way, we have a couple rules. One, we have
I
a
already
contestant
forgot what
board
his
here,
name
and of course
is.
we have Big John,
Brent
Brett's security guard.
Michaels.
But I have my own, Big Jacob. Jacob, come on out.
What's going on?
Nice to see you.
My
This is
my check didn't go through.
you don't need to talk about that. Jacob
Brent
is a lexicon of rock and roll knowledge.
Michaels.
Who's the guitarist? Who
He is not married.
Slash.
It's a steel trap,
So,
this one.
maybe he has a
But he's
girlfriend.
going to be our Big John here. He's going to help
I
out
don't
with
know.
lanyards because there's one thing that Bret Michaels does is he gets lanyards from John. And as you see here on our board, we have our own lanyards. John, go ahead and read us off our beautiful contestants.
25
He has a relationship with a girl named Chrissy Gibson. He had 2 daughters with her, but never married her. And that's
Bret
it.
Michaels has to say 25 most beautiful women in the world. And let me tell you, he's lying.
All right,
By
well,
early 2000s
it is what it
standards.
is.
I think Bret might be fibbing
2
just a
types
little
of
bit.
plastic boobs.
Raven, Aaron.
What are the
Dallas,
2 types of plastic
Krista,
boobs?
Tiffany, Tamara, Mia, Kimberly, Jess.
I already know who's gonna win because I remember. It's the girl with the pink hair. I actually do remember that from watching the show back in the day. This girl wins, and honestly, she slayed. Look at the hair. You can't even be mad. And she's cute too. She got pretty face. Silicone and saline.
Kelly,
Out of all the girls,
Lacey,
I would pick her
Bonnie,
too.
Magdalena, Brandy.
All the
M,
other girls are ugly.
Lauren,
No. Yeah, they're all ugly.
Samantha,
No.
Meredith,
No.
Krista,
No.
Brandy C, Jessica, Tawny, Rodeo.
There's a lot of
Heather,
girls.
Faith.
This girl's not that bad. I feel like this is a bad picture of her, but I feel like she could slay. She's not that bad.
And Pam.
Ugly. Oh, damn, there's a lot.
Good job.
That's why we pay him the big bucks. That's why we pay
Wasian?
Jacob the
I ain't mad at that.
Okay, we have 3 boards.
I don't think she looks
Damn it,
Wasian.
Jacob, switch the thing so we can see the faces again.
Maybe she's Russian.
So we have 3 boards. This is how this is going to go. We have our contestant board where we're going to be able to talk about the contestants as well. Whoever we
Ooh,
think is going to
spooky sound.
lose, or as contestants do lose, we're going to move over to John's sloppy seconds. And then, of course, we have
Ooh.
our winner board, which showcases the beautiful, ever luxurious Bret Michaels, and who we think is going to win and who we will crown the winner. Between the episodes, we're going to guess who is going to win and who is going to lose, and then we are going to move them and place them accordingly. 11 episodes. I want to be in the mind of Bret Michaels by the end of this. I want to be able to choose by episode 2 who Bret's going to end up with.
I hate
All right?
this
25
shit.
women. That's a lot of women. But without further ado, let's get into Rock of Love.
Why is it not zooming?
Season 1.
This is just too... I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it! Wait, is this a fucking... Skip, dude. And I skipped right into an ad. Oh my god. Fucking Kate Spade commercial. You know Kate Spade also killed herself.
With the help of Xero accounting software, I've got the
That
right
was
information at
crazy.
my
When I heard Kate Spade fucking killed herself, I was like, okay, something weird is happening. They still selling their stuff though.
Early 2000s, so it's all about looks.
Still
You think they would
Well,
just
they say that
stop,
it's not, but
discontinue the
back
brand after she fucking killed herself? But no, they're still going. They're still making a lot of money off this bitch's name, even though she's dead. You know, crazy. She still has a lot of cute bags though. She has some of her bags are really unique. I'm getting off topic right now.
Then it was just very in your
Rubric.
face. You're hot, you're staying, or you're ugly. Please leave.
Yeah,
Not even please,
yeah,
get
pretty
the fuck
much,
out.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I have to choose 3 people here who I think are going to stay. It's odd. They all kind of look the exact same. I don't know if you guys are getting that as well. You know what? Already I'm getting a big Faith vibe.
What'd I tell you about Faith, bro? See, I told you. She's cute. You picked Faith right away. Oh.
I don't know. It's
You don't
like all,
know.
like early 2000s fake
What?
plastic trash. I guess I'll say Heather. She
Ew.
looks like she would be in early 2000s porn. So that's got to be worth. That's got to be worth something. Going Heather.
So this is even before we watch the
This
show.
is before I'm even watching it. I'm just saying that. Listen, I'm guessing, and then by episode 2, I'm locking in.
Oh, okay, okay. He's gonna lock in by episode 2.
If I was Brett Michaels, I am
Right.
Brett Michaels. I'm gonna
Right.
guess who I think is gonna win the show.
Okay. Jesse.
They're all revolting. You know what I'll say? I'm
No.
gonna say another one. Brandy. Brandy Mahoney.
No, she's ugly as shit. No.
I don't know about the last name, like Brandy Macaroni. She kind of looks
Macaroni.
like that early 2000s like look. It's kind of once again. I feel like in the early 2000s it was all just like you would want to look like you're in a porno. She also kind of has like a weird like if Avril Lavigne was like white trash and like maybe Brett Michaels would like that. So we're doing that. And last but I gotta just be fast with this. I'm gonna say for now, you know what, Tamara, because she looks crazy.
Tamara
Crazy as
actually,
shit here,
yeah,
but
she
she's
kind of
also
looked like
super hot.
Adrian.
These are
Wait.
my 3. It looks crazy. This.
From
I'm gonna say
Sopranos.
for now, you know what, Tamara.
Low key, a little bit looks like Adrian. A little bit. She got that look.
She looks crazy as shit here, but she's also super hot. These are my 3 people who I think are going to win based off this, but I can't change
you
it.
fucked up.
All right, I have until episode 2. So without further ado,
Okay,
let's get
okay.
to episode 1. Which episode 1 of Rock of Love, you see the people show up, all the beautiful women show up. It's very stereotypical of any other dating show. All the girls arrive. You hear little blurbs about all the girls. You know, it's so surface level shit. Usually, all of them are just like, oh my god, I love Poison.
I love
Brett
Poison.
Michaels."
Brett Michaels so hot.
I used to like kiss the album and spoon it all the time.
Mind you, this is 25 years after Brett Michaels has had a hit.
Yeah.
Okay? I just want to put that out there. I
Yeah.
always thought that was a funny thing about this show. This show and Flavor of Love.
Inside this Hollywood
Flavor of Love, we used to watch that a lot.
20 women have gathered.
We used to, oh my god, I love Flavor of Love. Holy shit, that was my show.
It's like both men are severely past their prime. Brett
Yeah.
Michaels in this is what, early 40s, mid 40s?
I think he's right at 40.
He's right at 40. So these are all women who are, I would say the median, which is kind of surprising. I thought they'd be younger. I would say the median is like 30.
Yeah, I thought they were going to be like 22.
I thought that they would all be like, because there's a couple of contestants that are 22, 23, whatever. I mean, he's a rock star.
Right.
Right? It's going to happen. But in this one, it's like 30 years old, but goddamn, dude. You look at some of these women, and they listen, dude, look at me. Yeah, I'm a sex machine. I'm sex appeal. I get it. I'm attractive. Some of these, don't look at my boots. Some of these women, like immediately starting off, my girl Heather here, who I did pick up, didn't realize this, 32. I would have expected that. I thought she was her 40s. Hot dog skin. Back when tanning was really big. You don't hear much about people tanning anymore.
I'm 31. And yeah, she does look like she's 40. Huh? Why am I getting so many bag commercials? I don't even use bags. I have a fanny pack from Amazon that was $10, and that's what I use as a bag. Why are you showing me bag commercials?
I needed to eat healthier to lower my A1C and
How old is
naturally
Brett
boost my
turning
GLP-1.
during
It didn't
it?
go
During the
start
show?
until
44.
So the first episode, Brett Michaels keeps
44.
repeating 25 beautiful women.
25 of the most beautiful women in the world. We got 25 hot women. 25 more beautiful women in one place. 25 of the most hottest women.
The most
He says it
hottest.
so much that you would think that they had him do multiple takes of the first line, and they just kept all of them. 25 of the most beautiful women. And immediately all the women...
If I just
simp over
smooth
Brett.
this out.
Fuck Brett Michaels, and I'm not afraid of it. I'm gonna get me some rocker ass.
I love rock star stuff. Really, almost to where I think 90% of them have no idea
I'm
who
gonna
Brett Michaels is. Which
fuck
is
Brett
justified.
Michaels.
I didn't know who Brett Michaels was.
I'm
until
getting
the
that
show
dick
came out, when I was
tonight.
younger, if I'm being honest. I mean, everybody's heard the Every Rose Has Its Thorn song.
Okay, girl, go ahead and get it. Huh?
I never even really heard of Poison.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't tell me that, like, who Brett Michaels? I'd be like, who the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
But before they even meet Brett,
Oh,
fully,
I would be like, oh, the
all
guy from
lined
Rock
up
of Love?
outside, which also they rent this, very stereotypical. They rent an LA house. This is definitely not Brett's house. Let's just get that out of the way.
No,
Because
it's a
sometimes I think
fucking
that they make
studio
it seem like,
house.
This is where I live. They really don't even break that facade. He's just like, this is where we're doing the show. And they're like, okay, he's a rock star. Let's put light gaffing, like all over. Like, just
All right,
like
this looks
pipes where you could
stupid.
hang
I'm
lights on the
sorry.
stage,
I thought I
to where
could
it's like a
smudge
very
out the
mediocre
edges,
LA
but
house
it just
that's
looks
covered in
dumb.
scaffolding. And they have
I
a
don't
little
know how to
stage
fix
outside
this
for when
shit,
they're all
bro.
sitting there,
It's
and that's where
very
we get to
pretty
meet
though,
probably
except
the
for
best character
if this
of the
wasn't so
series,
like a
Big John,
harsh line, if it were more like a gradient.
who is Brett's security guard since the Poison days, I think.
I'm gonna
I
have
don't
to
know. He's a large
hit him with the
man.
fucking.
My first impression of Big John was, wow, this guy
Wow,
is
he's
He basically gathers
big.
everyone outside. It's 25 women outside, and he points out 5 women. Granted, just to let y'all know so far, no woman has even met Bret Michaels yet. You have gone through the trials.
Where is he
signed the
at?
Papers to be on the show, done all this stuff. You've packed a suitcase, and now they've come. And then now John picks out 5 women. And
Oh, John has to pick.
my own Big Jacob, come out and help me with these onions. He picks out 5 women: Meredith, Kimberly, Kelly, Pam, and of course Tiffany.
Oh, Tiffany, I feel like could have stayed. Low key. She do got the fucking e-girl hair, which I appreciate. The
I think
highlights.
he was just like, you guys are way too go.
I think that the people on the show definitely brought in a little skunkier people to come in, and I think that they were making a bit of a fools out of them.
Pam, Meredith, Tiffany.
Big John's job doesn't seem so easy now, does it?
Who are you looking for?
Which one are you
It was
missing?
Bonnie, right? Yeah.
Who is it?
Bonnie.
No.
It's not?
Meredith.
Pam, Kelly, Kimberly, Meredith, and Tiffany.
Let me see the original photo.
Pam, Meredith.
It's not as bad as it's kind of bad on the original photo. Oh, there it goes. You see, it just
Actually,
locked
their
in.
luggage is at the end of the fucking driveway. They couldn't even give it to him. So go ahead and put him up on Big John's sloppy seconds. Ruthless.
Gladly.
Unbelievable.
I gotta
ruthless
do.
tactics
There
here.
has to be
5
something
people
I
immediately
could do
before
here.
even meeting Brett. Can you imagine? And also, I just want to say this because this is based in LA. Not all of them live in LA. A lot of them are like, yeah, I flew out from Chicago. Imagine flying out to LA and then basically being like, you're the ugliest person here. Go home. That's what happens. That's also
That's
why
actually
Rock of Love with
insane.
Bret Michaels is one of the best. What other show?
That
does
is
that?
insane.
Don't correct me. No other show.
You get flown out. Actually, you're ugly as fuck. Go home. Day one. Bye. It's like,
But you know
bro, what?
One of the girls, Tiffany, does not accept to go home. She refuses, and she bangs on the door so much she pisses off John. She comes back. She's just like, I think she's already drunk.
Oh, the girl
She
that
can
I
tell she's already
picked.
smashed, but she comes back, Tiffany.
I knew she was reckless.
Go. She bangs on the door a bunch, disrupts everybody.
So I'm standing there, I'm like, what the fuck is that?
And she begs Big John to be back on the show. And you know what? Big John, because he has a heart of gold, he says, you know what? Fine, dude.
I knew it. I knew she was good to stay in. I knew
How did she
it.
get back in the house? I mean, what did she do? Suck someone's dick to get back in?
So you gotta come back in and bring Tiffany in.
Yep. Maybe she did suck someone's dick. I don't know what she did.
I'm the talent. You can't touch me. Tiffany's back, which I'll be honest, out of all the women, I would have kept Tiffany out.
Well, she's the drama.
Oh.
She's not even a drunk. She's a drunk.
Okay, you want a crazy bitch in the show for content though. You gotta have it. You gotta have a content girl. A girl that would never win, but she's so fucking crazy that you just keep her in because she just rattles everyone up and then she just makes drama, and that's good for ratings. Okay.
If you start off the show, the season, the series, and immediately John
It's
is
good
like
for
taking the 5
ratings.
ugliest women and sending them back off. I don't think anybody's
Exactly. You need a rage baiter. You need someone who's gonna fucking shit on the floor.
show his sympathetic side, his human side.
You gotta have a bitch that's gonna be willing to take a shit on the floor. Okay.
From here on in the first episode, the girls play with their boobs together, which to give the show credit, the girls, at least it's more appropriate to his age. I feel like a lot of times now it would be like, you would think early 2000s would be a little more exploitative. Like,
Yeah.
18. Because all the
Yeah.
rock stars make songs about 15 and 16-year-olds and
Yeah.
shit. And Brett
Yeah.
Michaels
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
"Just
Yeah.
old enough," or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Brett's
Yeah. Yeah.
classy. So then the
Okay,
girls
he
finally
is
get to meet
classy.
Brett. God damn, is it monumentous.
Hey, Brett.
Oh my God, it's Brett Michaels.
Any person, this is no shade to Brett because I love Brett. I love you, Brett. Don't think anybody would have that visceral reaction if Brett Michaels walked into any room. Like, I feel like Brett Michaels
No.
would walk into a Starbucks and the world would be fine. I don't
Yeah.
think any chaos would happen. But people
No,
lose
no,
their
no, no,
minds. They're very excited. And the first thing that Brett does in the show is he's got to take pictures of them for their lanyards. He's like, show me your sex appeal. Show me your sexy side. But really, it's just a way for one by one for people to come in, grossly make out with them, and then they kind of like do some very white trash. I don't know, they spread their pussy lips or they show their boobs or something. So, some of the girls just flash the camera or they do whatever, and you get Brett's, you get Brett sitting down in his green room thing, and he's just like, oh, she's a firecracker.
I gotta be honest with you, I was having a lot of emotions pouring through my member. I'm feeling
Oh.
extremely horny, and
Oh.
I'm telling you, I'm ready to explode.
And then you got
Oh.
Big John, he does who God knows what with him.
Adds him to his collection.
All right.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
Makes them all little Russian.
That is so vulgar. I can't believe they played this shit on TV.
That's what he says.
I love a girl in a cowboy hat. It is just purely sexy, and I knew even if I didn't want it,
And I
she
fucking
was gonna
watched
have a
this
piece
when
of
I
me.
was 12. This
He
is
then
why I'm
goes out
fucked
to
up.
make out with every single woman, and Brett makes the weirdest noises when taking the pictures. Pretty much, he's just like, ah, yeah.
Oh, geez.
What's a sponge tool even do, bro?
Oh, damn. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Oh,
Oh, it just makes it like
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
mingly. I don't like that. Get that out of here. No sponge. No sponge. Who's out here I've asked this question before. Who's out here using the fucking sponge tool? Nobody's using the sponge tool. I'm sorry.
More of our browser. Hey Copilot, adjust all these recipes for 7 guests and combine them into one cooking.
It's not that serious. Shut up.
Oh, Jesus. Coming his pants pretty much. He's just like, oh, baby. Oh, fuck. Oh, oh. Now the girls are just kind of waiting on the staircase like.
See Faith? Wait. They just showed Faith again. Hold up. She's pretty. She's pretty. Okay, she's the only other pretty girl. I swear to God. Look at her. She got nice teeth, nice lips, eyebrows on fleek. The fuck? Like, she's definitely. She might be prettier than Jessie. I have to see Jessie again.
Desperate. I hope Brett notices, and then they go up and like, spread their asshole open. I'm one of the classy girls, but one of the girls.
I'm one of the
Heather,
classy girls. I only spread my ass, not my pussy.
already. Heather, who I have.
The guy saying they all look the same. They don't. They definitely don't all look the same. A lot of them do look the same. Oh, everyone is literally in the same e-girl look. There's always gonna be popular fashion trends or like looks with girls and guys too. But yeah, that was just the look back in the day. That was the look, and now it's the e-girl look, which I don't really think necessarily is. I feel like the e-girl look is still like alternative to some point. It's not like normies are walking around looking like that, like normal girls, you know. I don't like you say like the clean girl aesthetic. Do you know about the clean girl aesthetic? I feel like the clean girl aesthetic is very popular with the normies. Like very white. You do not there's so many aesthetics. You don't even know. Within the culture of women, there are the gym girl, that's another aesthetic. The athletic, like going to the gym girl aesthetic. Yeah. This is the clean girl aesthetic right here. It's very white. It's very, very white. And of course, it's not loading. This is basically, it's very beige. It's very beige. This is essentially white girl, always wearing white, gold jewelry, face mask, it just very white. That's what I was saying before. Girls have categorized fucking aesthetics so specifically to like everything. They have reality shows now. What do you mean by that? Clean girl aesthetic. Beige. Light jewelry, gold, not too obvious makeup, blush, very little eyeshadow, mascara, no eyeliner. Nude, just like maybe a lip gloss. This is the normie. Love Island. Oh yeah. Well, I feel like that's like a certain like aesthetic too, the Love Island girls. Very much this fucking Hailey Bieber bitch, you know, like Road. Very much that bitch. I feel like this is like the normie main aesthetic now. Now, if you go to an e-girl aesthetic, that I feel like I don't really see a lot of e-girls walking around, no offense. I see more of a normal like I don't this is very still alternative look. Everybody loves this girl. What happened to her? I feel like she does content, right? She streams? Yeah, it's a very online look. You don't see people really walking around looking like this in real life. You know? I feel like you would see more of this. Just like, because this is the clean girl aesthetic is very low maintenance. You don't really have to do that much. It's just like hair down, basic ass makeup, beige clothes, and then you're good. Get your fucking iced coffee and slay. There's a lot of it. What's my aesthetic? I don't even know at this point. This is my aesthetic right here. This is my aesthetic. It's very much sweatpants and fucking hoodies and just bed rod. This is me. 90% of my life. Lazy girl tries clean. It's very different. That's not an aesthetic. You see how it says lazy girl aesthetic and then all these things came up? Do you know how intricate the aesthetic shit has gone to in girl culture? There's a whole wiki page you could go to. It will list you to all the... Don't make me do it. Categorized. 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 You see all these? This is what girls do. Ultra categorized. These are all the aesthetics. I'm still scrolling. Okay? You don't understand. There's a whole thing. This is a whole thing. Girls do this shit. This is what girls do. We categorize things into sections. And we make sure that you fucking do this. Like, one of them some Halloween. Yeah, some bitches do Halloween all year round. That's their whole aesthetic. That's their whole aesthetic. It's very like witchcore, horror. You see, it's like there's related aesthetics to the aesthetic, but it's not the same one. You know what I'm saying? They're very different still. No, I swear. You don't believe me, but this girls do this shit. You know about the Garu? You know about the Garu, right? You know about the Garu. You know about the cottagecore? Hipster, hippie, holos. I don't know what the fuck holosexual is. Is somebody updating these? Because now what's really popular is medieval core. Medieval core is very popular right now. Okay, now it's not even loading anymore. You're too tired? So you can't keep up. It's Italian Renaissance was popular for a while. Some of these are not as popular. Jersey Made. Okay, what the fuck is that? Oh, that's another Japanese aesthetic. See, you got it. The Japanese aesthetics and then the like Western aesthetics are very different. Light academia was very popular, and dark academia was also very popular back in the day. Okay, well that's the aesthetic you like. You like, oh wait. So are you is this you? Dark academia is just smut? Not really. It's more like boarding school, like nerd, kind of like nerd, but not really, but just like classy. That's not, what do you mean? So you like e-girls, but you don't like the aesthetic for yourself? You preppy? This is not you? This is not you? What does that say? That is so emo, dude. See, it's like a subculture, kind of like the emo. Oh my god, he's smoking a cigarette when it says don't smoke cigarettes. Oh no, this not you? This is such a slutty pose. What is this? With the dogs, too. I never liked dogs. That could be you. See, this one. Oh. What about with the leather, the cigarette, and the glasses, and the shaggy hair? I gotta close it down. We can't keep doing this. Edwardian. I've heard of the see, the e-girl is gonna take a long time to load because there's a lot of information. This is a popular aesthetic. 2020 all anime core, drain, e-boy, emo rap, kawaii gamer. What about the kawaii gamer? That's different. Mall goth, new goth, pastel goth, puppy girl. Yeah, considering all the aesthetics, e-girl is definitely a popular one. But I feel like in normal society, e-girl is not that popular. Rock of Love? That's like... what would I call that? I don't know. Y2K bimbo core? Like... maybe? Everyone's too old? Bimbo core? I think it might be. Hold up, we gotta look. Bimbo core is more pink, though. Wait. Y2K, McBling, Barbie core, baddie, hyperpop, puppy girl. See, bimbo core is more like pink, like this. Like the Playboy, and it's very pink. But I don't know if like Rock of Love. I don't know. It definitely is like maybe a white trash kind of thing going on here. Biker, bimbo, Y2K, white trash core. I'm combining all of them together, and that is a new core that I've. You see, because it's like, okay, this girl just has one tit. Bubblegum goth, Black Ivy, black metal, bloke core, bloket. That's like English, like England shit. Blueberry girl. Wait a minute. What the fuck is Blueberry girl? Micro trend, broader fruit girl phenomenon, popularized TikTok, strawberry girl, peach girl. Okay. I get that. Yeah. There's a core dedicated to just fucking blueberries. If you're a girl and you like blueberries, you're a blueberry girl. Sorry, that's just what you are. You don't get to decide. Okay, now it's not just wearing blue, it's also liking blueberries. This is not real. It's in the wiki. You can't. This is what girls do on their free time. Some girls do this shit. Some girls don't give a fuck and they just wear whatever the fuck they want to wear. I appreciate it because it's kind of fun. Christian Girl Autumn. This is normie shit. Look. This is normie shit. You see this? Yep. This is what's happening right now. Christian Girl Autumn. Okay, that's more of like, I wouldn't say this is Christian Girl Autumn. With the Starbucks, with the pumpkin spice latte. Yeah, with the boots, the cardigan, and the hat. Yeah. That's it. That's the normie shit. You know people like this. You definitely know people like this. You definitely know people like this. It's happening right now outside your door. You don't even realize it. The autumn Christian girls are out here. Okay, Christian girl autumn Christian. Ariana, maybe old Ariana, very old Ariana. I don't. She's kind of see clean girls here. What I tell you about the clean girl? I told you the clean girl was a thing, and yes, it's here. I'm not even editing photos anymore. I'm just like I'm trying to see. Okay, let me show you Dark Academia. It's like very like it's giving like Harry Potter low key. Can these fucking ads? You got to look at the there's a lot of references on here. Oh my god. There's even videos. Oh my god. There's a lot of information. I guess this is a pretty popular one. Ooh. We saw this referenced in fucking TikTok smut readers. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. There is TikTok smut readers, but they all see, we got some dudes here. It's just like an aesthetic. It's not even about that. You see, is this you? Would you is this like a look that you would go for right here? It's very like professor core. What about this? You could pull it off? Okay, see, this might be a new aesthetic for you right here. Have you seen this movie? This is a good movie. You're more of a ship captain, like a nautical kind of. Hold on. Nautical. Are you like a nautical? What was that? What do you mean? You like a sailor type of look? We got you. Sailor, nautical. There's no men's though. Where's the men's outfits? Men's could be nautical. What, you mean that movie? That screenshot from that movie? This is a website for girls. It could be informative. If you a guy and you try to shut it down. No, I'm done. Yeah, never mind. That's actually a trash website. Never mind. What was I doing? I just exited the Bret Michaels thing. See, now you got me down the rabbit hole, and I regret everything. Now I just okay. I don't even want to watch. Rabbit holes are fun. They could be fun until you see something you wish you didn't see or know about. But I'm just saying, if you a guy and you don't know what your style is, it could be a good resource. Just don't click on what I just saw. Alice in Wonderland core is a thing, just so you know. That suit guy on Twitter? What a suit guy. I don't use Twitter anymore, so.
her tits, which let me tell you something. Don't remember that from the show. Why it felt so weird is because if you watch the show on Amazon Prime, which it is on Prime, it's all totally uncensored. So you can see her tits, which is really weird because they'll like cover middle fingers and stuff that wasn't that was censored before, maybe the broadcast or something, or some words might be censored, but full on tits, ass, all that stuff. Back then they're definitely like, oh, just do it. You know, it'll be censored. Brett will like you more. That kind of stuff. And now it's on. 2007, no one even knows what the fucking streamer is. You know what I mean? But after the pictures, Brett talks with the girls to get to know
Oh, so you could just see the
It's very
tits.
down to earth.
Okay.
Bret Michaels, I'm going to tell you right now, episode 1, season 1, he's a charmer. I think Brett is a good man. He's a classy guy. It's very hard to not like him. I guess that's what it is. Charismatic. That's the word. It's the
diabetes. I don't know
It
the
is. He also
smudge.
that's one thing about the
Oh,
show.
the
Bret Michaels brings
diabetes.
up his diabetes a lot.
How much did I fucking
I
smudge?
take 4 shots a day since I've been 6 years old.
He doesn't say diabetes, he says diabetes.
Diabetes.
It's obnoxious. Every
Yeah.
time. Yeah, I got weird diabetes. I'm actually
Diabetes.
doing a challenge.
I
have
got
to sit down, I have
diabetes.
diabetes. But one of the girls, while he's talking to all the people, one of the girls gets jealous that she's not getting enough attention. And there's a lot of jealousy between the girls. Obviously, it's a fucking dating show. Right? And everyone is trying to impress Brett with bullshit like pole dancing, playing drums. It's fucking annoying. Drooling over his tattoos. Stuff like that. It's obnoxious.
Yo, he was probably having a time of his life, this man.
You're gonna lose brain
He's like,
cells.
this is the
Lots of
best
dumb
decision
bitches,
I ever
right?
made in my
See
life was
two
to do this
blondes that
show.
together are extremely, extremely annoying. They say something like, "Where's our babe? Where's our baby boy?"
Where's our man?
Where's our man?
Baby boy.
And they chase after Brett.
Where's our boyfriend?
Oh, yeah, where's our boyfriend at? And they're like, yeah, we're the blondes. We're friends because we're blondes. Brett's in the bathroom with a gun. He's just like,
Brett's a blonde.
Brett is a blonde, has been in a wig for probably 36 years.
People complaining about yellow paint in video games.
At this
Who's
point, I think that motherfucker's been
Like when you have to go somewhere in a game and there'll be like a ledge and then there'll be just like yellow paint on the edge of the ledge and you just like, oh, that's where I have to
extremely
go.
drunk and starts arguing with all the girls, and it's obnoxious. She's rolling around, slurring her words.
Eh.
It'd be funny if
It is
she
pretty
pushed her
dumb,
pool,
but
if they're all hanging out and she drowned. If they had just like a
or a
alcoholic
bog.
drowning.
Yeah, it is pretty dumb, but it's like, okay, bro, it's not really worth complaining about. It is what it is.
What? Hey, that's not a nice word. Oh, yeah, it is.
That's 2007. All right, Transformers was getting ready to come out. Shia probably could have dropped one of the bombs then. But no one.
Wait, what?
As long as him and Bumble.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they're just like, oh, she can't swim. She did drop the N-bomb, and no one cared.
Oh, yeah.
What? Hey, that's not a nice word. Oh, yeah, it is.
That's 2007.
Bro, what the
Transformers was getting
fuck?
ready to come out. Shia probably could have dropped one of the bombs then, but no one would have mattered. As long as him and Bumblebee saved the day, I think Shia could have dropped one too. But you know, this is where,
Jesus.
you know, Tiffany starts grinding on Brett, and it's just gross.
She beat my penis to a pulp, and it was a dry beating.
Oh.
I love this show so far because none of it is sexy. It's all supposed to be sex appeal. It's like, you know, living the rock star status and seeing which girl is going to get Brett's heart, but it's just disgusting. It's a fucking body horror show, if anything. And
Jesus
Disney
Christ.
even by this point knows
A
that the
channel I might like? What?
back in. But the cuts to Brett are funny because Brett will be making out with Brandy. I mean, when they make out too, it's like they quiet every other sound. They really amplify like the.
Ew, dude.
And you can see
Ew.
Brett's tongue getting all up in there and stuff.
Ew.
John, and he's just just keeping a watchful eye on our boy, all right? And I do like how Brett can't say anything negative. He just talks about how horny he is. He doesn't say anything negative about one of the contestants almost ever. Very rarely in the show. Someone will be like, yeah, Brett, she beat a cat to death. And he's like, yeah, I think animal cruelty is weird, but ooh, man.
That's a turn on.
That's a turn on for me. Exactly. That's a turn on. That becomes a big thing. That's a turn on.
Strange, but it just kind of turned me on.
My diabetes. That's
Everything turns him on.
Down syndrome looking girl who just sits
Stunt
alone,
peg?
drinks champagne. She doesn't even speak. It's
Why
weird.
does that sound sussy as
Give me your
fuck?
sexiest, coolest. Forget anyone's in this house, room, any place. All right. Okay, ready?
Just
Ooh,
has,
what?
like, that ape brow, you know? It's like very weird watching somebody being like at a party, just sitting alone drinking champagne.
Me
Like
at a
Weeknd
party,
song or
dude.
something like
Me.
that. Which actually, by this point here, when I was watching this episode, this is where I had my first pivot. There's a elderly woman named Rodeo on the show who's like super buff.
She's dumb and picked a stupid name. Oh.
This is a winner. So in this first episode, I'm going to change.
All right.
Who hasn't made a goddamn lasting imprint at all in this first deal. And I am going to put
I'll look that
Rodeo
up. Hold on. I want to finish
winner
this
circle.
fucking picture because I went down a stupid rabbit hole on aesthetics.
Controversial plays already. But I
And
think
I'm supposed to be
already- they're
editing
giving her too much screen
pictures.
time. I'm also trying to game the system, if I'm being honest. I feel like they're
Not
I'm trying to
dick
see who they're
around.
investing more time into.
This
And
is
so far,
serious
Heather,
business,
snarky
okay?
bitch, a lot of confidence. Rodeo,
I don't know if
bombastic,
this is gonna
loud,
make it
most
into
annoying
my
laugh on the
book
show.
though. It's cute, but this is just bothering me.
MILF.
And
It's kind of slave.
I'll say it,
Ugh.
I will say it. And during the elimination rounds, Brett comes out in a duster. And how it works is the whole episode, he gets to know who people are. And then now we're at the end, where Brett and Big John stand there. And he has to hand out stage pass lanyards to see who's going to stay instead of roses. It's very nice. And I'll tell you something. Looking at the set, the show just feels, it's so cheap. Like, maybe in the early 2000s when people were like, oh, this is a show. And, like, I can't make that. So it feels fancier than what it is. But my God, it feels like they just, there's no way any money went into the show except maybe just paying Brett just to use his name. I don't know. So what I'm going to do here
The whole
is
budget went
gonna
to Brett's
come back.
salary.
These are our ladies who didn't make the fucking cut. Go
No.
ahead and take off Krista, Raven, Jessica, Lauren, and Bonnie. Get them out. Big John, you get to eat. Jacob.
Damn.
And as a surprising turn of events, which definitely felt like a producer edit, he gave Tiffany a pass. And that's just because they're like, this bitch is going to be sloppy drunk every episode. So they kept Tiffany. I can't believe it. I
No
cannot
way,
believe it.
bro.
Put him up there, Big Jacob. Let's see what you... Let's
see what I can get here.
Little Mick Pick 2 or whatever. Come on here, man. Which one of the tramps is Big John taking to bed tonight?
Thinking Kelly might look good.
Kelly's a lucky woman. Show us Kelly.
We see
Go
Kelly.
ahead and put that around your neck. Wear that one. Wear that with pride. You bagged yourself a good one, Big Jacob.
He's got my heart.
Which is just such a weird humiliation ritual if you think about it. He has you come
It
down, he's
is.
known you
The
for a
whole
day,
thing is it
hours
this
of that.
humiliation
And then he gives you a
ritual.
lanyard, and he basically has you, he's like, will you come down here? And he like gives him a hug, and he's just like, okay, bye. And you're supposed to say, but it just feels like such a humiliation kink. But we move on down
It
to
is.
two,
It
which
is.
I think I'm still happy with this. Actually, if anything, you know what? I'm going to move Brandy out. By the end of this episode, I need to lock in. And I will say, I think a person that I want to keep, that they keep showing, that's also a bitch, that's friends with Heather, is Lacey.
Lacey. That's
She
the
looks
bitch who's like playing the drums. Oh,
Fuck. Lacey looks evil. She looks like
she kind of does look
fucking
evil.
gargoyle or something.
Yeah, she kind of looked like a supervillain, low
Because
key.
listen, I'm just saying, I think this is who Brett's going to win. I'm not saying that I'm like, oh, I'm a big fan. They're all dogs. I'm just saying she's getting a lot of screen time. I'm hedging my bets, dude. All right? They're showing her a lot. Lacey's talking a lot
All right,
of
I'm gonna
shit.
have to
She's
finish this
confident.
edit right
Brett's
now.
gonna like that. You can't get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. without
Maybe I'll do
breaking
a
couple
re-edit
rules.
on that,
You
try
said
to
you didn't
fix the
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
pink.
No.
But like for now,
You said no there. Like, there's no way.
for now, it's done.
The leaders in flavored air. We are human, which means
Flavored
we all have
air?
habits we need to break. But breaking them can be hard. No, you can use flavors
You
like
mean the
Crisp
fucking
Mint,
vape?
Spirited Ice, for 300 code Papa Me Fume Dot and back.
I just started an anti-inflammatory diet, and at first
Huh?
I was nervous I wouldn't have a ton of options, but Hungry Root made it so easy. Everything's delicious, fresh, and actually makes me feel good after I eat. It's so nice knowing I don't have to spend hours cooking or meal planning anymore.
You know what I eat? Bread and cheese. I don't meal prep either, girl. Because I'm out here eating bread and
Ladies
cheese.
start waking up at like around 3 p.m. because every episode they give these.
Let me
people
look at
alcohol
Indeed for a
poisoning. I don't
second.
know
I might
how
need to get a
certain
second
levels
job,
are.
you guys. I don't know about this fucking streaming shit. It's not going good for me right now.
Tiffany's passed on the couch. The show just highlights her
Bruh.
being a
Yeah,
dumb
I
bitch,
get.
really
Ooh.
humiliating her. Really,
Front
these days she's just
desk.
being like, "You wanna look like a clown in this
Receptionist.
episode, right? Heather overhears Aaron talking about her ex-fiance. See, that's why the fucking we have the apex predator up here. Because I think this is
Lame.
the stallion that's going to go all the way. We'll see. She has an
What if I
ex-fiance,
stream
but, like, she
from?
doesn't
What if
really
I get
like
like?
Red. She's hung up.
She's with somebody.
She's with somebody right now, you know, and then Aaron's like, hey, it's not really.
You have your photos critiqued. My 2 fans on Twitter already like them. Are you sure you're excited? It's never streaming. You have to collab? Bro. You can't be that mean. Listen, I'm just saying. I'm gonna speak my truth, okay? If the picture's good, I won't be mean. What is it? What kind of camera are you using? I have to collab, you say? You don't care about photography? Oh, okay. I thought you actually, like, was trying to, like, do something. So what, what are these pictures from? What are these pictures even? Wait. Oh, and it's gone. Oop, and it's gone. Oop, and it's gone. Yep, it's right here. Slay. Bro, I don't know who to collab with. I don't know anybody that, like, streams in real life and is doing better than me. Your drawings? Oh, it's of a place? It's like a landscape? I kind of low-key know this one YouTuber that's like a friend of a friend, but like I haven't really fucked with him. Like he lives in fucking France. So it's not even like I don't even remember what his YouTube channel is. But he does like fucking civilization stuff. I legit don't even know his fucking I'm not even gonna City girl never seen grass? Grass? Host people. Is that still a thing? I thought they got rid of that. Grass aesthetic? You know what? That probably is an aesthetic. Cowgirl is definitely aesthetic. Farmer's Daughter was a really popular aesthetic a couple years back. You know about the Farmer's Daughter aesthetic? I'll show you Farmer's Daughter. Farmer's Daughter. This is the Farmer's Daughter aesthetic right here. It's a lot of like dresses, but like with cowboy boots, and you're kind of just like chilling, at your dad's fucking farm. You know? It's a lot of gingham, whatever that pattern is. Yeah. It could be pearl. It could be a pearl, could definitely be a part of that aesthetic. This is kind of like a little bit cottagecore, but like not really. It's like you out there in the fields, bro. You chilling with the goats and you're wearing your cute little outfit and you're just like wandering your dad's fucking farm, not really contributing to nothing, just being cute. It's not exactly cottagecore because there's no cottage. It's a farm. You gotta wear the cowboy boots because you out there in the wilderness, but you still looking cute as fuck. And you just wandering the farm, basically. Like this. Nobody's out here. Obviously, it's tending to the horses, but in a cute way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Frilly jesses. Now, cottagecore is different. You're gonna see it's very slight. But it's more like you in the cottage, you out there, you're not on a farm, there's no animals involved, there's lots of flowers. It's more like trad wife aesthetic, honestly. But you just isolate it. You in the cottage. The outfits are the same. Kind of. It's more like dresses, longer dresses. I feel like Farmer's Daughter with the dresses were shorter. The apron, yeah, because you're gonna be baking. The flowers in the hair, exactly. So you're getting it. You're getting it. Okay, they have a horse here. Your picnic. Picnic is also with the aesthetic, with the blanket and the flowers and everything. You know. But you just out there. Mushrooms and whatnot, foraging, tea parties in the flower garden. You already know. This was very popular a couple years ago. It's not so popular anymore. People are bored. People are moving off of cottagecore. No one. I still like cottagecore, but
It's so much drinking.
it's not as popular as it was.
Want to drink now? Fuck.
Do I have anything?
We probably do. The girls start playing really
Rubric.
cheap music on cheap music equipment. Like they basically went to Walmart and they have like a kit. I think they have
Rubric.
some music sponsors. I think one of them is definitely
Rich
Fender. Fender
cosplay.
sponsored this show because they have like Fender
Yeah.
guitars and they hand
No one can afford
gifts later.
that
With it,
fucking
Lacey,
aesthetic.
Once again, that's why I moved her over. She's like, I want to show Brett that I'm like a musician.
Yeah, you're escaping. You're in the country. You're in a cottage by yourself.
She sees getting in with
No one's
Brett,
bothering
sucking Brett off,
you.
She gets a record deal.
You're just baking and whatnot, and you just like
That dog
chill.
did. Also, Bret Michaels has a song that I hate every bone in your body except mine. Legitimately a song he has.
Check it out.
2000s.
That's a song. That's actually a crazy title for a song.
Anyways, Jesus
Holy fuck.
And he plays, and it's fucking horrible. I mean, it's like watching a scene of like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest or something.
This girl
Geriatric
was.
maniacs just
She
hanging
had
out
a
like,
big
"Oh,"
ass
and then I was
mouth.
drunk
Look.
again. Immediately.
She was really.
Then
This
we
bitch
get,
is
then I
crazy.
got my eye
bro.
on Jess for the first time, really. And I'd have to
She
say,
was doing a lot.
easily
Honestly,
Jess
did I edit? Yeah, I did edit this one.
on the show, which made me think immediately that there's no way
This kid was
Rodeo-
crying. I felt so bad for him.
She got the cowboy hat. Brett loves a girl in a cowboy hat.
This is my personal pick. This is, I'm like, Jess, marry me.
Yeah, she's pretty hot.
All right? She's got that scene, like the white trash scene, like trailer park.
Yes,
vibe,
they're talking about
early 2000s
Jess.
Snake bite, kind of like verb the noun band aesthetic.
Yeah, she
I
is
fuck
hot.
with it, and I'm feeling pretty happy with this so far. But
She
basically,
put
Jess turns Lacey
Jess.
away, and see, now we're getting a little cat fight between Lacey and Jess, and I like that.
I
Right?
love
Lacey's
her
kind of a-
spiked,
can't say
just
that 'cause it
like
gets
pink,
monetized.
hot pink
Lacey's
hair.
a
Like that's so
super
hot.
annoying bitch, and Jess is not
Oh.
dealing with it. She's my queen, and I love her, and I want
See, he loves Jess too. Everybody loves
super
Jess.
annoying bitch, and Jess is not.
Let me do full screen on Jess. She is cute. I think the other girl's cuter though. Faith. I think Faith is prettier,
Not dealing with it. She's my queen. and
but
I love
Jess
her.
is cool because she has hot
Queen.
pink hair.
Which, that's when Lacey
And it's
basically
spiky. And it's
dragged
like
Jess
nobody
into the
does
pool,
that.
and I'm
Oh,
very
oh,
surprised
oh.
that they were able to do that, or you know. whatever, 'cause
Damn,
that's
she
when
got her in a
Big John finally delivers
chokehold. She does have more character to her. Wait, go back to this. This was crazy. What the fuck?
to win. Which that's when Lacey
Look at
basically
this.
drags Jess into the pool, and I'm very surprised that they were able to do that, or
Dragged her ass in.
you know, whatever.
Oh
But
my
that's
god,
when
put her
Big
in a
John finally
chokehold
delivers
and
a letter to the
donked
ladies
her
from
ass.
talking about the next challenge. And
That's
every time
crazy.
that he delivers a letter to the girls.
That
it's
is
like a
assault.
song.
I
It's like a
would be
poem,
suing
but it's
everybody
all-
if
there's
that
like
happened to me.
notes.
Hello?
It's sheet music, so it's weird. But basically,
Mm.
yeah, Big John hands off the letter. You can tell he's eyeballing his prey a little bit. He's hedging his own bets during that thing. All right, ladies, good luck, but hey, the
Crazy.
losers, keep your chin up.
He's got his own agenda.
He does.
I've edited a lot of pictures of this girl.
His phone sex.
I don't know.
Get on the
Oh,
phone, get me hot, and give me a good time.
did I just one star this picture? What'd I do to
Because, you know, he has Talk Dirty to Me as a song. You've heard that song, right?
Talk
Can't play
Dirty
it,
to
copyright the
Me.
shit out of it, but still. Which, another drinking game to do during the show is take a shot every time Tiffany says, don't threaten me with a good time.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
That's her catchphrase, bro.
Alcohol poisoning. Brett shows up in his pajamas for some reason.
That's
I
her
don't know why he has to- I guess
catchphrase.
it's supposed to be like, oh, because it's like when I'm on
A
the
bitch can't have
road
a
and I'm on the tour, I
catchphrase?
need to have some girl
No.
that can like get me riled up from the road, as if he's not
This one was
cheating on
slow.
every wife he has in every city with some like lot lizard.
I think this is the one scene in the whole show where he has no bandana or hat or anything.
Okay, maybe. All right, but you don't dock points on the king for that.
I'm just saying it's real hair.
They hook up some blood dick monitor to Brett to basically check his blood pressure to see, which is so weird. It's like, I don't know. It's like something that like basically checks his heart rate and stuff through his cock to see when he gets the most aroused by whoever's on the phone with him.
This is
I'm
win-win for
dead.
me as a diabetic
What?
Because I could keep my blood sugar levels perfect.
We get like all
Oh,
kinds
his
of cringy
fucking
stuff, people
diabetes.
talking, and all the girls like, oh my god, going back and forth, and Brett's reactions to a lot of it's pretty funny. Oh yeah, baby. Oh fuck. Brett was
Why? What the hell was that?
There's really no.
What the
there's
hell
no
was that? Why are you
humiliation
fucking?
there. There's just like,
All right, I need to delete. These are fucking.
oh fuck.
Where
And
is
there's
this
some girls like
from?
Tamara, she doesn't do anything. Brett just
Father's
hangs up on
Day.
her.
If you got something there, it was purely by accident. I jumped the cord or something.
Look at that beautiful hot. Look at that beautiful glizzy that I took a picture of. Isn't that gorgeous?
She basically says that he's like a king or something, and Brett even says, I like being a king.
All right, I think we're gonna move on from the weird pictures.
I like being a king.
Rodeo knows how to handle a phone, which kind of made me want to.
I think I already edited a picture of this kid. Yeah.
Rodeo's making all the right.
There's a lot of
moves,
messy
Lacey's
kids
being a
here.
bit too aggressive to where I think Brett's gonna notice that she's a
This
problem.
girl was fucking
Rodeo's sitting
slaying.
there
I
basically
like the
coming on
old
the phone.
man
It's
screaming in the
really- watching an
background.
old woman do that is just.
Is
I
it
don't
too
know, yeah, Brett's
yellow?
just
I
like,
don't know if it like fixed it.
yeah.
I want to press you against me.
Oh, I'm so into it.
Pro
Brett then
food
shows
blog
the
shot.
results, the top three and the bottom three. I don't know why he has to show the bottom three.
Money.
The bottom three felt cut. I was like,
Yo,
what the
I
fuck?
should
He's
have
like,
a
"You weren't
glizzy
doing
stand.
anything to me." I was soft, super soft, and everyone's like, ha,
I had
ha,
to,
ha.
oh
And
wait,
then
was
he,
this
like,
my?
shows
I
the
think this
top
was
three,
my
he's like, "Yeah,
grandpa's
I was
birthday
hard. I
actually.
was super hard.
Cause I remember this cake. He got this like
Do they ever cut to his
blueberry
pants?
cake. Oh, blueberry girl. My grandpa's blueberry girl. Called it.
Spark something.
I knew he was a blueberry girl this whole time, bro. I knew it. I knew my grandpa was a blueberry girl.
Parents of children who play Roblox.
Huh?
If your child was sexually exploited, abused, or pressured to share explicit content by someone they met on Roblox, you may qualify to file a
Damn. They really get Roblox.
Every time they win a challenge, like Bachelor.
Yeah,
stuff,
Roblox is
I
blood.
think
Oh shit.
Theo and Lacey win a date with Brett. They're the people who win. So every time they
Did he
win a
have the
challenge
ribbon?
in the show, it's pretty funny. You have to
No.
do things to
He did not. The ribbon.
win
I
a
tried to
date
get a
with
picture of
Brett.
this
Is that
girl,
what it
but
is
she
in other shows, like Bachelor
avoiding
stuff?
me.
I think so.
She had the
Yeah, it's always there's always some kind of
color, gray hair
this
color.
Show, it's basically like
Oh.
it's really stupid challenges that then result in you going on a date with Brett that is just as equally retarded. And it's very rarely a one-on-one date.
Let's edit this picture of this old man right here.
Like, hey, listen, I have a great time. Aaron and Brandy C.
These are my normal like street photography photos.
Kind of funny.
That was really funny.
Which is lame, I know. They're not already did this dog. Well, I'm showing the dog. Look, there's the dog. This is a fucking disaster, dude. Look at these skater kids. Dude was like slicing water bottles with swords. Look at the face, the concentration. Hell yeah. Oh. Look at that. I just wish this fucking goober wasn't right behind him. So it was like a clean, but it's like that's a clean shot though. They do this every year, dude. Oh. That one. Is Geralt. What does your hat say? Huh? Slay. She looked very. Oh, this dude. This is our friend. We call him the Steel Drum Man. He's very vibey, but he also had like a 20, actually maybe like a 5-minute conversation with us. It felt like 20 minutes, and it was very awkward, and we were just like, okay, thank you. Yep. Come on. Bro, I have so many pictures on here. Oh, doxed. This fucking kid pissed me off so bad. Do you guys want to know the story of this child right here? So he was being fucking obnoxious. This is him. He was pulled the fuck. This is like from this amusement park, right? Antique. Old vintage ass ride. He pulled the tail out. He started whipping it around the whole time. And then I gave him the middle finger. Bro, what's going on my stream? It's lagging to shit. And then we ran out the park. He deserved it. 100% deserved. And it was just, you know what? It was a great moment. Look at him, so happy, right? This weird fucking old ass tiger rocking chair on this ledge here too. Alright, I don't know what I wanna edit anymore. I wish I could use my other fucking memory card, but I can't. I don't know if any of these are good. This crab people. I already did this picture, right? Yeah. Most of these I edited already. It's so annoying that my other memory, I can't figure out how to work my other memory card. This fucking shit. I'm gonna run out of pictures to edit. Duh. Forgot about those glasses. Why is she so? Yaki. Alright, I'm done. I'll edit some more pictures tomorrow. I only edited like 3 pictures though. Shit. I got too distracted. You guys fucking distracted me too much. What the hell? What is this link to? The hell, X? Fucking Twitter? I don't even know if I could open this because I don't use Twitter anymore. My laptop is exploding. Alright, it's loading. Let me just do it. I'm gonna do the critique right now, okay? I'm doing the critique. It's loading. It's taking 20 years to load. Oh. Still loading. Bro, this shit is... This is why I need the Discord. I'm gonna make the Discord right now. After I finish the stream. I'm just gonna make it. I don't know anything about making a Discord. You actually named it B-Badge Photography Critique. What's loading? These pictures. Alright. We have 4 pictures here. It's kind of vibey, actually. It's giving, like... Ghosty. What did you take this on? Show it. Bro. It's on my laptop. Ooh. iPhone 5? Honestly, if these were shot with, like, a better camera, these would be pretty vibey pictures. It's very foggy. I love fog. It's giving spooky. Honestly, they're not that bad. Not that bad. Do you live like near that? Like, is that like in your backyard? Where was that taken? Not that bad? Alright, my laptop's about to blow up. I need to wash my hair. 4 a.m. at the lake? Bruh. That's pretty ominous fucking lake you got there. Ominous. Alright, well, that's the end of the stream. I got way too distracted this stream. I didn't only edited 3 photos. What the fuck? I'm gonna be back at 8 o'clock though to play Fallout 4. If you guys want to watch that, we're having good times in Fallout 4. Just started. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you in a couple hours if you decide to come back. Bye.